the chaos, no grip, no feel. Beat shouting orders, say I'm still checked out. It's a miracle, anything gets it out. Backfire is all it is. Broadcast to circus, can't second guess. What we need gets Star Wars in Nobody knows who's steering this craze.
Good evening, BSTV fans, and welcome to the TCR Challenge Cup Season 23, and this is the season finale. We are at Barcelona on the historic format, so none of that nonsense chicane at the end of it. I am Princesa Pedro. I don't know what the next bit says. And I'm joined in the booth with El Caballero Jay Corley, master of the mashed up Mika Massive fan club.
Mashed up Mika Massive.
Excellent stuff. It's with fond memories we remember Mika Santa Helena and all that. Is he dead or is he going to live or what?
I hope he lives.
Oh,
Jesus,
okay,
Pete.
right, okay.
Oh
just
my God.
Just checking. Yeah, he didn't, he wasn't exactly doing cartwheels in that picture, was he?
It looked like the result of too many cartwheels
He
down
did,
a freaking hill.
Yeah. I sent him a real heartfelt message, though. Did you read my heartfelt message?
That was heartfelt? Oh my God.
That was the revised version.
Surprised there's not going to be legal proceedings after what you said to him.
Oh dear. Hopefully it made him giggle. But yes, hopefully he's also watching. There's a few people watching tonight. There's a new video somewhere. Is that the V8 one that you're referring to, Chesney? Hope it is. Right. The boy looks bad, right? But hopefully he'll come through and he'll be fine. So he's busy intravenously taking in fluids at the moment. And we hope to see him back with us in the not too distant future. Did he race in the Pit Stop Cup? Because if he did, then he's only got like 1 week to recover. Anyway.
He hasn't yet, but if we do it again, then I could definitely foresee him and many more jumping into that hell of a fun series. I'm 50-50 for the final round, but I tell you what, whoever's commentating it, they're going to have the time of their lives.
Oh, right, okay, wicked. That sounds very interesting. I'm going to love that. Chesney says Mika looks race ready. Obviously. Oh dear. We'll continue to rip the piss out of Mika Santa Helena as we go through the night, because that's what we do here on BSTV. If you want sympathy, should have gone somewhere else. Right, 22 degrees. It has rained. There has been birdwee precipitation on the track prior to the session. Did Mr. Weatherman, is there going to be any more wee-wee? Any more moisture?
Well, when you put it like that, but in all seriousness, from what I've seen so far, there's no more to be scheduled. Oh. But I can only see so far into the future, and I can't see what happens towards the end of the race. Oh. Hopefully, when we look back on this stream in future, that isn't a classic term of foreshadowing.
True. Yeah, we've done that before. Very classic track, very historic track, not just in the title, but its presence in the racing world. Okay, let's move on and let's look at some drivers, shall we? We welcome back, where is she? Oh, she's not on the track. Fiona Siddons is back with us tonight, and we're all very happy that she's there. Yep, looking at Jeff Saunders at the minute. We got a new livery for Stefan Klauke. Can we have a look at that?
Of course we can.
He's in celebration of his home region, which is Baden-Württemberg. Unfortunately, there are no pictures of Baden-Baden, which is a spa just outside the Black Forest. Do you know anything about Baden-Baden, Jay?
I don't know nothing about the double B, to be honest, Pete.
Really? Okay.
Do you have any interesting facts for us?
Yes, or? I do, and I'm so glad you asked, because I was hoping, when he said, I've done a new livery in Baden-Württemberg, I was like, wow, brilliant, because when I was there, there's what's that? Jay owns Baden-Baden. Damn, no, I don't think he does. So when I was there was lots of naked ladies, and they were all very nice looking naked ladies as well, because you can walk around, or you used to be able to walk around
where's this going?
I was just thinking there was going to be lots of naked pictures of ladies on his car, which I'm all up for. 2 thumbs up from me. You can't see it right now, but I've got 2 thumbs up. Not just 2 thumbs up. Anyway, yes, in celebration of Baden-Württemberg, that is the livery that Stefan Klauke has sported for this evening. Anybody else that's returned to us? Don't think so. Thomas Dandridge doing very well. Bjorn Ritter. He wasn't here last week, was he? So, yeah. Or was he? I can't remember. Does his paint look like that last week?
Has been on and off for the last
Yeah.
couple of weeks, but has been very active in the officials. So it's good to see
Mm.
Bjorn turn up for the final race of the season. I'm surprised actually, Pete. Don't know if you've already seen it already, but
Well,
usually end of leagues participation goes down slightly.
oh.
Very sort of bare bones grids. But tonight, I can tell everybody who's watching right now, we have just over 30 people signed up for this final session.
Oh, it's mega,
So
isn't it?
yeah, that's
that's
absolutely fantastic. And with 5.5 minutes to go, or 4.5 minutes, because who needs maths anyway? It could well be a couple more jumping in and through qualifying as well.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not over yet in terms of joining up and signing up. David Scott on the charts this evening. Before we get down to business, big shout out to Jaden and Jamie, second and third in pro in their first season is outstanding. Absolutely right. And let's have a look at that, shall we? Let's have a look at the pro standings. Where is it? There it is. We're on the column on the right, folks. So, Pete Newman is not safe. However, in the world of the three little pigs? Yeah. He's in the brick house. Jaden is in the, what was the other one? I don't know. One was made of like straw and poo, wasn't it? Or something?
And
I don't know.
But
What?
maybe, I don't know. I never really asked them for their trade secrets because
Oh, okay.
it did seem like the usual shoddy builders.
Well, true, yeah. So he's only, what's that, 57 points. No, what? Yeah, 57 points behind Pete Newman, Jaden, that is. And then Jamie Wilson is in the worst of the pigs' houses. He's got another, like, 76 points behind Jaden. So for Jamie to do it now, probably mathematically impossible because Pete Newman is here, and unless he accrues like 300 penalty points, then it's not going to happen for Jamie. But I think the Jaden-Pete battle could go right to the end, maybe, depending on what happens in the first of tonight's races. What are your thoughts, Jay? Is it a done deal now for Mr. Newman?
I feel it's probably at that point where it's a done deal. Peter's done absolutely fantastically, where even if he's not the fastest at a track, he's been amongst some of the fastest at the tracks, and it's just been a real good show of consistency. That's the word I'm looking for. All through the season. Whereas if there's ever been one or two mishaps, luckily for Pete, everybody else around him has pretty much been through the same as well. So I think we're kind of saying congratulations to Pete Newman for 2 championship wins in a row. It's a very, very small chance. We're not going to say that, but I feel for now he may have another championship on his mind tonight. But we'll get to that a little bit later.
Oh, that sounds tasty. Okay. Road Hoggage says, shout out to Carl Hardy. The results from the clinic are back, and he's got the all clear. The rash is nothing to worry about after all.
Oh, congrats.
Yeah, I mean...
Oh, I
yeah.
shook his hand earlier.
Did you?
Yeah.
I'd wash that. I've got a vat of acid somewhere and bleach. Don't worry, we can sort that out. Nobody's more surprised, I don't think, than Carl about that news. Nadim Racing, can Euro still win the Pro-Am? Let's have a look at Pro-Am. This is great. The chat is like prompting everything tonight. This is brilliant.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, it's class.
So can we have you like every week?
Yeah, do it.
In fact, we do.
So, let's have a look at those numbers. So about 60 points separates first and second. Jura is still within a shout of this, depending on what happens with Tony Walker. But I think it's a similar situation to what we have in Pro, Jay. The numbers feel similar, don't you think? Those gaps are equivalent, really, aren't they?
The gap is even bigger than it is in the pros. So Tony's not gonna like this, but it might be a case by the end of the night we're saying welcome to Pro Tony Walker. And to be honest, he will massively disagree with us and anybody else who suggests the same as what I have, but very well deserved. You don't have to win every single race to still be the quickest at the end of the championship season. Sometimes that consistency is enough to get you the points towards the top of the summit.
Yeah, and if we look at, well, if I look at the TCR Challenge Cup overall points, Tony Walker is position 5.
Overall.
Overall.
Well, that just kind of speaks for itself then, doesn't
Doesn't it just?
really?
Yep, absolutely. I'm now voting in the favour of Tony to Pro. Who else is chatting on the chat? Sticks and Bricks, says Alan too. Fraser Geraghty. Oh, sorry, got his name wrong. Left-handed scissor girl. I've changed his name and everything now. Snip, snip, let's go. I think that's in reference to the Carl Hardy piece. I don't think you cut it off, mate. I think you have to treat that shit. Okay, as long as Left-handed scissor girl doesn't win, I'm going to be happy. Yeah, I'm with that one. Thanks, Chesney. So we've got
So much hatred sometimes in here.
It's not hate. It's not hate. It's just intolerance. In the AM class, Stefan Klauke is currently top of the pile. He's nudged Left-handed scissor girl off the top spot. So maybe Fraser is regretting not being here tonight. That gives David Ayres a chance to get second place because he's only 24 points behind Left-handed scissor girl. And Chris Dixon is there lurking in the wings to try and get a top 3 finish in that category. Fraser Geraghty was on top. Is he trying to wind me up? Oh, right, there you go. There's the end of the joke. Sorry. Okay, let's... so what do you see for this one? Is Stefan got this one all tidied up and his new livery is just going to see him to the end?
I feel, I mean, if you look at the total points and the total points for the drop score, there's a little bit of a difference there. So if Stefan ends up having one of the worst races of the season, then his total points for the drop score could actually be lower, which I don't think it's going to go low enough that Fraser will pip up above him. But I tell you what, David Ayres and Chris Dixon will be looking to finish this one as strongly as possible. I know you said Mika as well, but as president of the Mashed Up Mika Massive Rah, I have to say he's definitely not racing tonight, and I apologise to the chat. I will never do that again.
I think you should do that regularly.
It'd be an interesting YouTube intro, won't it?
Let's have a look at the team standings because this one's hotter than a hot thing on a hot day. Result Clothing are, how many points is that? Less than 20. 18 points ahead of BSTV Esports. So the team trophy could go, well, it's going to go in a completely different direction to, oh no, it's not. It could go to Pete Newman, couldn't it? So that one's hot, I think. That one's the closest I've ever seen a team championship at the end of a season.
Yeah, it's definitely up there. I don't want to say too much more about it because I think we've said enough. We're just going to let the behaviour on the track, which could be anything tonight and definitely unpredictable. We're going to let all of that do the talking.
Yeah, cool. That'll be good to watch as well. Driver of the meeting is a dead heat for 5 different drivers at the moment. Technically, if one of the drivers on 1 point gets 2 votes tonight, they could sweep through and win this. But at the minute, Thomas Dandridge, Left-handed Scissor Girl, Jamie Wilson, Jaden Scotton and Tony Walker all are sharing that top spot. So they'll be definitely wanting to impress tonight. No naked ladies on any of the paint though, so they've already lost my vote. So Alan's Safe Driver Award is still firmly in the blue-knuckled grip of Jeff Saunders. He doesn't like to let this one go, even when he's driving fast, does he, Jay? This is this is probably his most his best performance points-wise in any season, but he's managed to maintain the safe driver piece as well.
Yeah, I mean, maybe those seasons of safe driving, it's old habits die hard, and Jeff still knows how to get past certain parts of the track and people nice and safely.
Yep.
To the point where if he's getting quicker, if he keeps on being safer as well, then he becomes a dangerous competitor, but in a good way of calling somebody a dangerous competitor. yeah, totally. Right, let's go back to live running then. We're in qualifying at the moment, folks, for another 12 minutes. One of these wonderful people is going to vote themselves up for giving us a lap of Barcelona. Now we can do this one of 2 ways, Jay.
either you can set the camera on a driver of your choice and do it normally, or I can do a much less interesting and educated piece for everybody at home. I think you should do. I think we should maintain the standard. What do you think?
Interesting. Yeah, you know what? I was going to throw you under the proverbial bus, but there's already somebody in the community who looks like they've been thrown under a bus.
Oh, well, that's
so
true.
I think we'll.
I'm surprised
we'll
he's not on the chat, but I don't think he can press the keys on his laptop with his nose. So
God. Yeah, we need to tone it back slightly because I
we
feel
think?
we're getting slightly too much at times.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Just imagine that. You ever watched older WWF, Pete?
Yeah,
at all?
yeah,
When,
of course.
Vince McMahon's in the bed and Stone Cold Steve Austin's the doctor. He hits the pan over his head.
Yeah. Is that us now? That's excellent.
Oh, you know what? It could well be.
Okay. Over to you then, Jay.
Yes, absolutely. We are on board with Mr. Andy Littler for the final track guide of the season. But welcome to Barcelona's historic layout. It's flowing, technical, and packed with corners that reward patience and punish enthusiasm. It starts with a long straight, giving you plenty of time to think about braking for turn one, and also plenty of time to overthink it. Brake hard and ease off the pedal as you turn into the medium speed right. Use the curb and try and get your wheels right inside the raised block curb for maximum grip. As you exit, don't drift too far left, because turn 2 arrives absolutely immediately. Once you've scaled past there, lift slightly and keep tight to the inside. But don't worry, you have plenty of road on the exit that you can use, as well as quite a bit of that green curbing as well. Next, a very slight elevation into a long sweeping right. You're going to find a lot of corners in Barcelona will require absolute patience, but don't worry, you can use as much of the road on the exit. Now to a quick left with one of the most unpredictable turn-ins, and a place we're going to see plenty of action tonight. Once you go down there and through the next kink, turn number 6, you got turn number 7, TV3. Ball off the brakes if you turn in and use the green runoff at the apex. Be gentle on the throttle, because if you go too far, you're going to end up making your car upset from the sausage and potentially a slowdown. Next corner along, a little bit of lifting, and once again patience and slowly on the throttle, else it's going to end up being an off track, just like that. But a nice long straight afterwards where it's going to be another great passing opportunity. You want to get down onto the brakes, and with the camber, try and aim for a bit of a late apex. Keep hugging the corner and keep to the left hand side to open up the following turn number 11. It's a long U-shaped bend, but once again, I feel like I'm like a broken record. Patience on the throttle on exit. Turn 12 can be deceptive. Many drivers turn in too early and a slowdown, or end up decorating the sand traps on the exit. But then final corner, we didn't see it from Andy Littler there, but just like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2, use the sausage curb like a 50-50 grind. Then on the final corner, it will try and grab you with the sand trap, but if you keep yourself, once again, nice and patient on the throttle, you can accelerate your way out and burst through the finish. And that's a lap of Barcelona Historic. Flowing corners, tricky braking zones, and at least one moment per lap where you question your life choices.
Yeah. Very good, and myself and Mr. BF John say the same thing. I don't think anybody can be upset by the sausage.
Yep, I mean, you know what? That's a joke for the after party broadcast.
Beyond the Watershed with BSTV. So there are going to be a few people who show up on your screens tonight, folks, who are, well, one that's not racing, which is Jack Brown. He's had to go and do some real world stuff, so we hope that that's okay for him. He joined the session and then realised he couldn't race. So when you see his name and he's not doing anything, it's not because he's crashed or anything, he's just not participating for this evening. So excuse me, good grief. It's interesting that you put the flags up. I didn't realise there were so many German racers with us. That's really cool. Yeah, that's really healthy actually.
We are truly European, and depending on who else joins during the season, an international league as well.
Yeah. Where's Wobbly?
Wobbly
He's not
wasn't
put a time
during
up.
the practice, but yep, nothing at the moment. But he is on the track.
Maybe he's just had his laps disturbed by other people or something. This is a track, or it used to be a track. I don't know whether it's still the same, Jay. You'll be able to tell me whether you can accrue an enormous amount of off tracks on here. I don't know whether they sorted that out though, because it's been a long time since I've raced it.
Well, it wouldn't be a European track without 500,000 off tracks.
Well, this is
Barcelona
true.
can be a little bit more lenient with the exits of curbs. You can use quite a lot of the apex and the outskirts. You see with Wobbly just there, literally mounting the sausage before going into the final corner. But yeah, sometimes you take that for granted a bit too much, and it does bite you in the
Proverbials.
in the back end. Yeah, but Wobbly. As soon as we
yeah.
said about where his time has gone, we've finally found his time, and it's 0.030 ahead of Jaden Scotton.
Well, I think we need somebody to get stuck into that that top group, and you know, without causing a complete scandal, start mixing things up. We've got the same situation though going on with Pete Newman at the minute. He's not put a time on the board.
You know what? If we go over to Pete Newman, who's currently going through his lap at the moment, just having a quick look. He's on his... Seems to be on his out lap at the moment.
I don't think he
this
is.
is a qualifying lap, but there's no personal bests as of yet. However, this could be cause to change. We've got a few of the times at the bottom. It's those who are closest to the finish line who will show up at the bottom. So we can see the likes of Tamas, Stefan Goebel, Juri Laakkonen, and Stefan Klauke. No personal bests going on in their laps at the moment. Remember, folks, if you see any purples on there, that means someone's on an absolute ripper of a lap and has set the quickest sector in the whole of the session. And we got, wow, you actually changed Fraser's name. Left scissor just there with a really quick first sector there. Daniel Lewis going up to 16th place. Pete Newman has not broken any personal best. In fact, 2 yellows. However, it has set a 152.505, which, a little bit quicker now. 152.99 and up to 6th place. But to be honest, that's probably all Pete needs to do. 5 minutes left of the session, and
he's away again.
Hello,
gone with a teammate this time.
You know what that means? They're probably going to let everybody go here, and maybe one last push for that win. But they've got to be quite quick about it, because it's just under 2 minutes per lap. And they're only going to have one shot at getting a lap in, should they be able to pass just in time. As it is a heat format race, as soon as it hits that 15 minutes, your time is up.
Yeah, it will absolutely boot you out of the session. Now we're going to have a little sketchy bit, we think, because when the session's launched, some people are seeing it as a 3-race session, but it's definitely a 2-race session. So we've had this before. It should just ignore the second of the heats and go straight into a warm-up for 5 minutes. So we've got a 20-minute race, folks, where it's a sprint, or deemed as a sprint. No reason to pit unless you have to for damage. You've got 30% fuel on board. You've got a fast repair in case you need to jump in the spare car. You have up to 15 incidents before you have to do a drive of shame, and every 15 incidents you accrue, you do a drive of shame. Nobody gets banned for too many incidents. You just get sworn at by all the other drivers, because if you're generating that many, then you're probably hitting other people. So just see what you should put in the chat.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, absolutely,
absolutely.
Yeah, guilty as charged. So yeah, we've still got a few puddles on the inside. The second of tonight's races is a 40-minute feature race, nominally a feature, and same fuel, same fast repairs, etc., etc. So that one you're going to have to do a pit stop, because you can't do the race on 1 tank of fuel unless you're a Simon Trendle in a Honda, I think it was. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. We're going to have to keep our eyes on some certain individuals that we mentioned before. Stefan Klauke to pick up the AM class win. Tony Walker to pick up the Pro-Am class win. And Pete Newman to pick up the Pro win. And then the team one is between this team on your screen right now, which is a result, and BSTV. Now, BSTV's paint schemes are this, in the hands of Stephen Lucky Wookie Walker, multiple previous series champion, and Tony Walker, there he is, and Wobbly's kind of crazy paint, which it's growing on me. I know you like
I
it a
knew it
lot,
would.
don't you, Jay?
Yeah, it's. I feel that he's changing it slightly every week with more stuff on it, but then I'm thinking, no, surely not. Surely, I'm just imagining things at this point.
JC Academy teams are way better. They just need to race more.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited for the teams next season. There's
Yeah.
potentially newcomers coming into the
Ooh.
league.
Hello.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that one.
Is it like League of Gentlemen? Hello. You won't know what
Never
that
seen
is.
it.
Oh my word.
I know of it, but I've never seen it.
Yeah.
Is that the one with a "Hello, Dave"
Yeah.
or whatever it is? Yeah,
Yeah.
never seen it.
You're my wife now, Dave. Yeah, that one.
Fair. Oh,
What?
I've just seen something very interesting at the bottom of your screens right now. Tony Walker has set a. Oh, I did set a fastest
Middle sector.
sector 2 just there, but Wobbly's stolen it off him. But we could be about to see Tony Walker, unless as we joined that was a off track just there. It's getting very close to an off track.
Yeah.
Tony Walker about to cross the line. It's quite an early finish line for the qualifying. He goes up to 5th place.
Wow.
Beating
Oh, and Pete Newman's just punted him a bit.
made that 4 pros.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to go pro. I'm
Yeah,
not fast enough.
I'm
I
not
don't
fast
win any
enough.
races.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, but I'm going to casually dust off 4 of them in qualifying Barcelona last race of the season. Who said that?
Don't know. But they can come back in at the booth anytime they like. Renee says last season race, let's have fun. Absolutely. I just hope you don't get into a crash, somebody else's crash, mate. Because that seems to be Renee's luck quite a few times. We're going to disappear off into the nether now and enter into the first of tonight's races, the sprint race, folks. Right, let me extend gridding.
I'll do it if you want.
No, I've done it. I'm that good.
Nice.
Wobbly will lead us away. Jaden Scotton on the front row next to him. Stephen Walker will go off in 3rd with Renee next to him on the 2nd row. Pete Newman 5th. Tony Walker 6th. The 2 that are going to take 2 championships. Potentially. Simon Trendle will go off 7th. 8th will be Michael Hall. 9th will be Thomas Asboth. Euro Larkinen off 10th. Sam Blees off 11th. Jamie Wilson off 12th. 13th will be Stefan Goebel. 14th will be Demis Tigelaar with Dec Crowther 15th. Thomas Dandridge will be 16th. Stefan Klauke potentially going to walk away with the AM class. 17th. 18th will be Daniel Lewis. 19th will be Bjorn Ritter. Stuart Gibbons off 20th. Ollie Payne off 21st. David Ayres off 22nd. Darryl Wright off 23rd. Jason Haddington 24th. 25th will be Left-Handed Scissor Girl. 26th will be Andy Littler. Chris Dixon off 27th. Fee off 28th. Carl Hardy off 29th. Jack Brown won't run. And Jeff Saunders has chosen not to qualify but is racing. Oh, and Ura's in his new paint. Oh, excellent. He's got his Jurassic paint on. Just seen it right there. Awesome
Welcome
stuff. Yeah.
to Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Do not pet the animals. Jay Corley came for a few minutes. What? Did you? Yeah, there we go. Flashing lights for Euro in his new paint. That's fine. Everybody else needs to, not do that. Think of the damage they might be doing to Mika's eyes right now while he's watching on his laptop in his hospital bed. That's all I'm saying, folks. Trying to blind a disabled person. Is that politically correct? I don't know, Jay.
It could be a bit of a grey area, that one, but
Grey? Yeah. Dark grey? Oh, here we go. Lights are coming on, folks. When they go out, we will go racing at Barcelona for the penultimate time this season. Right, we're away. Good launch from, I think that was Pete Newman, 3rd row back. Oh, that's a good roof. There we go. Right, we're on. It's almost like the bushes at Monza, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, but in a good way. But
Oh, here we
straight
go.
to the first corner, Jaden Scott on the outside of Wobbly. He's going to have the advantage of the inside line here, and Stephen Walker right behind.
Now we've got previous from last week between Wobbly and Jaden, if you remember. There was a couple of incidents, one of which resulted in Wobbly not continuing in that particular race. Stephen Walker down the inside of Jaden. Jaden with a wobble. Wobbly looks to have got away, maybe. Jaden's still looking down the inside.
There's a lot of passes going on further behind, but with this battle at the moment, Jaden seems to have a bit of a run onto Wobbly.
Yeah, left-handed scissor girl just moved up to third in class, 22nd on track. Jason Haddington moving up through the ranks.
But still Wobbly leading the way at the moment. Let's have a quick look at a few more of the battles happening further behind. Bit of a traffic jam. It's allowed Jaden a chance to perhaps try and get a little bit of a run on Wobbly here.
He's got nothing though.
Nope, it probably didn't take as much of a sand as Jaden thought he probably would do, and Wobbly manages to survive that one. But there's going to be plenty of people behind looking at making other overtakes on this one in particular. What a pass just there from Carl Hardy, by the way.
Yeah.
Alpine as well, going through the splash of water, splashing everybody behind in the face.
I was about to say those little puddles had gone, but they haven't all gone, have they? There's still some lying on the inside of the turns.
No, slightly reminds me of Navarra last season, where Pats kept 3 wide.
Ooh, going into, I think that's Honda corner in it. I can't remember the corner names on here now. Repsol maybe, I can't remember.
Yeah, I think Epsol is probably that one actually.
Yeah.
Epsol sounds about right, to be honest. But all still battling away. A little bit further in front, we've got Jamie Wilson and Sam Blees fighting it out, and this is going to be some battle going into here if Sam can get a decent enough run. Jamie obviously with that Audi power.
He's bolted it to the left, yeah. Making Sam go around the outside, which is possible at this turn. I've seen it done before.
As we're about to see there, look at that, and with that advantage as well, Sam, maybe not. If Sam had just been a alongside a little bit longer, would have had the inside line going into the following corner.
Yeah. Left-handed scissor girl moving forward 4 places. Carl Hardy up 9. What the hell? Did he just have terrible qualifying? Is that what that is? I think it must be, mustn't it?
It could be. It's basically a good chance for people to just see how much they've progressed through the season, how much faster they feel they are, and somebody has gone straight off the track and taken a chunk of kitty litter with it. I just saw a big amount of time.
Look at Thomas Dandridge.
Dandridge.
Is he going to be later on the brakes? No. Oh,
the
other car. Who was that?
One of them was. That was Deck Crowther. Was a bit later on the brakes, and that's allowed Dandridge a chance to. What a great camera this is to get alongside. Deck's going to have the faster outside line, but it looks like Dandridge is just going to get that move done. Can he defend what happens next, though?
Yeah.
Making his way around, and unfortunately, not for Deck, but just behind, they've got Stuart Gibbons leading the AM class at the moment. Let's get everybody who's leading their standards at the top of your screen just saying Stuart Gibbons leading the way, aiming to try and get that 15th place finish, which will put him on pole for race number 2.
Oh, that's a good point. I missed that before. So the finishing order of this one, the top 15 that finish, will be reversed for the start of the feature race, folks, just in case you're new to these things. Got quite a few people watching. Hopefully some of them are new.
It's Savash.
That was Road Hoggage that said it's a rash.
Oh, fantastic. Any kids who are wondering what we're on about, ask your parents.
Yes.
Thomas Asboff, who
roughly
really
when you're 15 or 16 years old.
Oh, God. Jesus.
What?
Thomas, who's had a fantastic season, I think, in my opinion, in the end.
Really good.
Not enough to get the championship gold there, but has proved to us time and time again, not just in this race, but through the streams and the videos that they post on the socials as well. They're getting quicker and quicker as the season goes. So maybe look at them perhaps as a maybe an early shout for a contender for the championship for Pro-Ams next season. Oh, and a lot of people, if they're taking too much of corner 1 now, I don't know if you saw that, Pete, but Sam, Yura and Tamas all taking the completely wrong line there and all getting thrown in all sorts of outer shapes there.
Yeah, there wasn't one stable car between the 3 of them, and now they're going to go deep diving into well, Repsol again. I don't know why I'm always commenting on this corner. The lead of the race is getting hotter and hotter. But around Thomas Dandridge here, he's got trouble.
It actually says left-handed scissor girl on the bloody windscreen as well.
It does, yes. Oh yeah, I've done a good job on this. I've done a thorough job.
Yes, you have. But this man is still in the lead at the moment. Wobbly kneecaps going through. But look how close the likes of Jaden and Stephen Walker and Pete Newman are behind. You also got Rene Earhart, Stellan Trendle, and Michael Hull occupying those top 7 spots. All of those pros really pushing hard, waiting for Wobbly to make a mistake, if he even does. But also up there at the moment is this man here, Mr. I'm Not a Pro, I Swear, Tony Walker, up in 8th place, leading the Pro-Am field. Does have 2 pros between himself and 2nd place in Pro-Ams, which is Tanis Asboff just there. Being chased by a Velociraptor. If only he was in a Veloster. if it was in a Veloster, I could have called it the Velociripper or something like that. I don't know. I had lots of names planned on this notepad, and now it's useless because he's in the wrong car.
Yes, he is, yeah. Right, what else is going on? Andy Littler, I think, is in a heated exchange with Fee and Jeff. Yeah, this is a big scrap. At the other end of the field, but no less competitive. I think Chesney's gone to a bad place because he says that we are his parents, and I think he's referring to you in that last one.
No, thank you. No. That's the battle between Thomas Dandridge just there and Deck Crowther. Oh god, yeah, no, definitely not that one.
No.
Yeah, I don't know how to explain that one to the audience.
I think we skipped straight across it very, very quickly, as if it never happened. Yeah.
Dandridge at the moment fighting with Deck Crowther. This is for 15th position, by the way, so it's not as if either of these two can relax until the end of the race. Stuart Gibbons behind them does have a slowdown. It's a horrible place to get a slowdown. In fact, we've probably got a replay of it just here to see exactly what happened.
Yeah, because he gave up a position to Daniel Lewis's part of this as well.
Yes. So this is probably going to be the place that most people are going to be getting the slowdowns.
Outside.
All well and good going to the inside here, but if you carry too much speed, then that is 9 out of 10 times going to be a slowdown.
Yeah, and there goes Daniel Lewis.
He'll be serving most of that on the approach to the corner, but might have a little bit left over to maybe grab. And it looks like Jamie may have done the same thing. I'm getting a big off track from him as well. Oh no. So this will come up as an off track for a lot of people during the officials, where it will say got a 1x, and when I said you're more welcome to use a lot of the exit, I didn't mean that much, Jamie. Cheezo.
So, Jaden Scotton, I think, is under a bag full of pressure at the minute from Stephen Walker. Oh, that was late on the brakes there, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Stephen's got a run on him here, and he's having a look, but it's not enough, I don't think.
No, Stephen will want to try and get that extra position for the team's championship, but of course when you got Pete Newman behind, you kind of also want to push Jaden to be a bit quicker as much as possible. Why fight when you can just lean on the other guy in front of you to the point that the person behind you can't get through at all?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think if the positions stay as they are now, we are crowning Pete Newman at the end of this race, because the next race doesn't have enough points to make a difference.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. This is what Pete sees at the moment in front of him. Look how smooth Pete's lines are through there. He's not always using the fullest of the exits for his exits. But to be honest, he doesn't need to. He has the pace to keep up with these three. And like we said earlier, just through sheer consistency, as well as just being bloody fast all season long, Pete's in a really comfortable position for his own championship, which I still believe is already in the bag.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Chesney says...
Jaden with a slowdown.
Oh, really? Where's he picked that up? The outside of that
That's probably
sausage curve?
Probably either that or the second to last corner.
He's obviously worried because he's come right off the gas.
Yep, he's serving that as quick as possible whilst trying to get back onto the racing line and maybe pick up a little bit more of the slipstream. And he serves it, which means Pete Newman, Stephen Walker both promoted up a place into second and third.
Tony Walker, still in touch with all of this. Chesney says, "Hey, don't bully Jaden. Jaden bullies you." Is that like a bit like? I had something in my head a minute ago, but never mind. Oh,
Fair enough.
Chuck Norris doesn't catch COVID. COVID catches Chuck Norris.
Oh. I mean, I don't know if that's scientifically possible, but I also don't have a direct line to Mr. Norris, so
Well,
I can't double check the facts for you, Pete. I apologise.
But did you know that when Chuck Norris is doing push-ups, he's actually pushing the earth away from him?
No, I did. You know what, Pete? Every day's a school day. Oh, great run from Carl here, though,
nice.
on to Daniel Lewis. And this is a really awkward place to attempt an overtake. But,
Oh, look at that. Sailed it
yeah,
through the
Daniel Lewis
corner.
going for the up and under.
There you go.
Oh, he's done him like a salmon.
Salmon, what's that? That's class. There's Stefan Klauker in behind, looking for whatever he can grab hold of at the minute to try and keep up with these guys, I think.
Well, hopefully he grabs away from the rash then, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah. Oh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, absolutely.
Mr. Klauker at the moment doing everything that he needs to do to wrap up this AM Championship. Despite there being 30 cars on the field, I think everybody's quite... it's been driving really safely. Like, I've had no instances of any crashes on my counters whatsoever. We have had another situation where it's Tamas here who's gone off track. I do wonder if that's just going a bit too soon on the throttle here and going out wide.
Oh, yeah, it will
out,
be.
Yeah, massively out wide.
Yeah.
And that would explain... well, Euro didn't actually manage to get past him in the end. I wonder if Tamas did the same.
Oh, look at that.
He has pulled his pants down.
He really has. Shame Mika can't. Oh. Just saying.
He has the nurse's button, so he can just push
Oh, that's...
the
Oh,
emergency
so
button.
jealous, unless it's a male nurse. Yeah. I mean, he did look rough, didn't he? But to be fair, I've had worse.
In all seriousness, we hope Mika has a very fast and efficient recovery as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Are we having a Chuck Norris night? Because I feel like we need one now. Tony Walker with a slowdown.
Yeah, just wondering where... Oh, it looks like it may have happened at TV3 on the exit of there, like everybody else has been doing. He's off the pedals now to try and
still got
get
it.
as much of that. If you could take a wide line here,
Oh, he's
can
done
give
that.
yourself a nice and
clever. Very clever.
yep, a nice quick exit, and you'll actually end up gaining to the car in front of you slightly if you time it exactly right there. But
So you're saying he's cheating?
no, I just say he's driving extremely smartly, just like a pro would. Right, 50-50 grinder sausage.
Yeah.
Whee! Cut, combo breaker. Right, we need to quickly go up to this part of the field because Pete Newman is still keeping up with Stephen Walker at the moment. 15.5 minutes into this 20-minute heat one.
They seem to have dropped Jaden after his slowdown. Do you think Jaden was a bit too eager to get off the gas?
Possibly, but also at the same time, these three have a lot more to be fighting for. So Jaden could be relaxing a little bit tonight. He probably feels as well that Pete Newman is too far in front. And to be honest, Jaden could be racing out of his skin for race one. If Pete's still going to be finishing third or fourth, then
It's a done deal, isn't it? Yeah.
yeah, pretty much.
All right, let's talk Chuck Norris then. I'm trying to think of some of the other ones. Some of them are dead funny. Like, did you hear that Chuck Norris was once bitten by a deadly venomous snake?
No, I didn't. I hope he's okay.
After 3 days of absolute pain, the snake eventually died.
No offense to any snakes in here that have just come in and heard that. That was quite a sick joke there.
Yeah, nice. Like what you did there. Yeah, Chesney's trying to find some jokes. If you can find the funny ones, that'd be good.
Found Daniel Lewis going off the track here.
Oh.
And it might be the same thing that
It's
Jamie Wilson
outside
had.
of here,
He's going
isn't
a
it?
bit too wide.
Yeah.
And tell you what, if it starts raining a little bit later, you definitely don't want to be seeing too much happening there. We've got just in with Sam Blees and Thomas once again locking horns into the final corner. And look at that. They all sort themselves out to go single file. That was
Really good. Yeah.
impressive to see that, actually. All four going completely different speeds, completely different lines. But before the horror of the last corner come up, it's just like, okay, topping and tailing.
And what's Demis been drinking? Because he's right up here. He's nearly in the top 10. Oh!
Catches a little bit of the water.
The water.
Just,
Yeah.
that's going to be causing so many if we end up getting a little bit of rain later, which just checked again, and we shouldn't be getting anything at all. But anything can happen here at BSTV.
Carl Hardy getting into it now as well, by the way.
Yep, him coming up into the distance. Currently, right now, Carl Hardy, if we get the camera onto him, battling with Daniel Lewis. Himself and Daniel Lewis have been at each other for the past couple of laps. A case of when one attacks, the other has a counter for it, and vice versa. This is the good thing about Barcelona. It really gives you opportunities to not just get really big fights in. And Daniel Lewis is going to take that inside line. Look at that. The velocity there just sticking to that inside.
Nice, wasn't it?
Like throwing a Pritt stick on a school ceiling.
So you did that as well. You have to heat him up a little bit first, we found.
Yeah, well, none of us carried lighters on us at the time, so we...
Oh, we didn't do that. We used the Bunsen burners.
Jesus Christ, Pete. Right, this battle at the moment, though, still with Eurolakin and Sam Blees. Michael Hall in front now with a slowdown, but not involved in any of the top battles at the top.
Oh, I can hear bending metal or something.
Yep, that's the 50-50 grind. Going a little bit further back. We can watch a few more do it. Oh no, these are opting to not take that way round.
Not optimising the track, that's what that is.
I tell you what, Carl Hardy's going to have a fantastic opportunity here as we get into the helmet cam. Look at how much of a better exit Carl Hardy had here. Is he going to try and overtake here?
Obviously.
He is, already by the side.
Has he overcooked that? Yeah.
No.
Lock up, yes he has. He was straight lining the first portion of that
A
turn.
little bit of the inside puddle there
Yeah.
has caused him to go a bit wider. Luckily, a little bit of contact, but not enough to ruin the races here. But I tell you what, Daniel Lewis has had a fantastic exit out of there to the point they are side by side, giving each other plenty of space. I mean, come on, Daniel, Carl's not that big. Look at that. Just the wideness of the track at Barcelona. You could take that outside line, and if you're confident enough on your throttle, you can really use because you had got so much less steering into that corner, you don't have to attack it so hard. You can, in these front wheel machines, just carry so much more speed on the outside exit. And ooh, I think Sarah Malcolm. Oh no, Cloud could just getting away with that there.
Yeah, I thought Carl had picked it up, to be honest. Chesney says Chuck Norris did cry once. It was when Conor McGregor met Chuck and said he could take him in a one-on-one. And Chuck was laughing so hard he had tears running down his face. That's quite a good one, like that.
Well, this battle for the lead as it's a sprint to the finish. Wobbly gets the win with Stephen Walker in second, Pete Newman in third. Michael Hall's got a slowdown just before the finish, hoping he can serve it. I don't think he served. I don't know if he served it in time.
I think he did.
Okay.
I think
you did. There's still a lot more fighting as we go into the final corner here.
Did they realise they had another 11 laps to do all this?
Glauca, Lewis,
Come on, Stefan, that paint's got to get you at least half a tenth. Come on!
Look at that. And oh, Carl slowed down just there.
You're going to get incidents if you do that, boys, because they're not finished. Oh, that's 2. Andy Littler are crossing the line. Chris Dixon and Fee. Fee's fighting with Chris Dixon right to the end here. Good finish from these two. Jason Haddington picked up a black flag. How's he done that?
Not seen anything on my list just there, so I don't know if it's through incidents, but yeah, that'd be it's a strange one. I'll be honest, Pete. I'm not totally sure.
Could have tripped over the 15 on the last lap, I guess. So Wobbly takes the full points home for BSTV. This is quite important as well because Stephen Walker finished second for BSTV, so that the points haul for them is going to be better than the result clothing points. So at the minute, I think the team trophy just swung into the BSTV camp, Jay. That's important.
Are you able to do points in the middle of a
No.
stream if you wanted me to carry it? Oh,
Well,
okay.
kind of, yeah, because Stefan gave me a tool with which to do it, but that means I've got to apply some intelligence. I'll try and work on that in the next race and see what happens. Pete Newman finished 3rd for result clothing, so it's kept the result points alive, as it were. Jaden Scotton finished in 4th for JC Academy Gold. Renee Earhart was 5th for Cutting Corney TCR team. Simon Trundle was 6th for Team Chimera. I Shouldn't Be in Pro finished 7th for BSTV. Michael Hall was 8th for Result Clothing. Oh, sorry, and I Shouldn't Be in Pro was obviously top pro. For Result XPO Sims, Michael Hall. Jamie Wilson finished 9th for Team Chimera. Ura Larkinen finished 2nd in class, 10th on track for Hydro Race Racing Forces. Sam Blease was 11th for BSTV Blue. Thomas Asboth was 12th for Spin and Turn Motorsport, but more importantly was 3rd in class for Pro-Am. Demis Tigchula was 13th for Hydro Race Racing Forces, with Stefan Goebel in 14th for VTS Esports. The golden, what are we calling this? The golden egg nugget something. 15th was Thomas Dandridge. He will be your pole man in the next race for Verve Racing. Deck Crowther was 16th for Blade Designs. Stuart Gibbons got the top AM class car in 17th place for Blade Designs. That's excellent, Jay. I don't think I've seen him top of his class. I might be wrong. I don't know. I rarely pay enough attention.
He has a couple of times, but it's
Right.
nice to see at the end of the season. It's a good, strong finish.
Absolutely, absolutely.
How Hardy.
Sorry, I was just reading Roadhog's message there. Just been arguing with Chuck Norris online. He said he's going to come around and beat me with my keyboard. Well, if he turns up, I'm going to... And then there's just a whole load of letters and stuff. Where was I up to? Thomas Dandridge. Deck Crowther was 16th for Blade Design. No, I've done that. 18th, Carl Hardy for Result Clothing. Daniel Lewis, 19th for Blade Designs. Stefan Klauke was 2nd in class, 20th on track. Bjorn Ritter was 21st. Left-handed Scissor Girl was 22nd and 3rd in class for Insignia. Ollie Payne was 23rd for Safeguard, and both his teammates were right behind him. 24th for David Ayres and 25th for Darrell Wright. 26th was Jeff Saunders for JC Academy Silver. Andy Littler finished 27th, followed by his two teammates, Chris Dixon and Fiona Siddons. And Jason Haddington got smoked down by the iRacing gods on a black flag after the race had finished, I think, and ends up 30th for Air Smart Racing.
You notice the Blade Designs team nearly got all three in the same...
Oh, yeah.
Same as well, and then Carl went and ruined it.
Yeah.
Ruined it for everybody.
Pies.
Hope you're happy, Carl.
What's Fee saying? Not giving blood anymore. All the questions were, did you get it in a bucket? What? I don't understand.
Are we getting buckets of blood now?
I don't know.
That's an insane sponsorship opportunity,
Isn't it
Pete.
just? Oh my god, that's brilliant. Yeah. We could really appeal to the goth community for a start. I mean, that's going to be great.
You know what? I wouldn't say no to that, I suppose.
Well, me too. Yeah. Yeah.
Bring on the Joy Division.
Yeah. Yeah. Too right. Wow. Oh, I'm going to have to listen to that after this now. Right. Where am I up to? Right. We're in a 5-minute warm-up. after this, we will go racing again. We're only like 30 seconds away from it for a 40-minute race, which will require a pit stop. Here we go, into the pits. It's not the most challenging of pit lane entries, this. You just got to make your braking point correct for these yellow cones here, and then maintain your speed from there. So nothing too challenging. And at the other end, it's exactly the same. Quite one of the most simple pit lane entries, Jay, of all the tracks, I think.
Yeah, makes a change, being as though we've been through in recent years the hell of Knockhill's pit exit,
Oh gosh, that's just
Donington's,
ridiculous.
and many more. I mean, look at that. It's a white line just to tell you exactly where to go.
Yeah, you can't get that wrong, he says with confidence. I haven't actually got this pit lane wrong, but never. Right, okay. Here we are, folks. Thomas Dandridge will lead us away for this feature race. Oh, I need to extend grid in. There we go. Stefan Goebel will be on the front row next to him. Last time Stefan was in the front, he led for a whole bunch of laps. So let's see if he can do that again. Demis Tuchela will start, third. Thomas Asboth, fourth. Fifth will be Sam Blees. Good position for him to start. Jura Larkinen, sixth. Jamie Wilson, seventh. Eighth will be Michael Hall. Ninth will be Tony Walker. Simon Trendle will go off 10th. Rene Earhart, 11th. 12th will be Jaden Scotton. 13th will be Pete Newman. 14th will be Stephen Walker. 15th will be Wobbly. His punishment for winning the first race. Stop flashing your lights. Deck Crowther, 16th. 17th will be Stuart Gibbons. Carl Hardy will be 18th. Daniel Lewis will be 19th. 20th will be Stefan Klauke. 21st will be Bjorn Ritter. Left-handed Scissor Girl will be 22nd. Don't zoom in on them. Even Wobbly's at it. What? Holly Payne will be 23rd. 24th will be David Ayres. Darrell Wright will be 25th. Jeff Saunders will be 26th. 27th will be Andy Littler. Chris Dixon will be 28th. 29th will be Fee. And 30th will be Jason Haddington. And honestly, in the last race of the season, you could have at least done me a solid and not flashed your lights.
I did what the people wanted.
I'm sure you did. Right. So, do we think that the championship for Pro is already sorted?
I think it most likely
is.
is, to be honest, Pete. Unfortunately for Jaden, but it's been an absolutely fantastic debut season in Pro for not just for Jaden, but also for Jamie Wilson as well. Both have absolutely gone above and beyond for it, and it's been absolutely fantastic to watch.
It has been a thrilling season. I've loved this one. I must give all of my respect to all the racers that turn up week in, week out. You've been absolutely brilliant. As the lights come on for the last race of the season, shed a tear, folks, because we're racing the last time and Thomas did not get away. Stefan really did. Stefan is gone. He is in a different postcode already.
Look at that. Great view for behind Stefan Goebel right now, especially if everyone keeps it clean up to now. And look at all that water on the inside, and to tell you what, there's going to be plenty of fighting through to the next corner, especially for those starting in 15th and under for the reverse grid. It's a lot of bodies for the quick...
Oh, Renee!
Just there.
Did he catch it? Yes.
Yes, he did.
He's
Fantastic.
not happy.
And he flashed for style points on the landing as well. Good on there. But the front of Jaden Scotton's Veloster right now is looking a bit more like Herbie in the Beetle rather than an actual Veloster.
Has he remodeled his car like Mika? Oh, I can't say that, can I?
Oh, yeah, that's a bit much, mate.
Yeah, so. Oh! Whoa, good catch from Wobbly. He's trying to wriggle past. Is that Pete Newman or Michael Hall?
That's Hall
Yeah,
right
Michael
there.
Hall,
He's trying to get through the Result Pure Sims lot to try and carry some bonus points across.
You're a slots in, there's no room. An Elantra-sized gap, and that's all it was.
All that shrapnel all over the road at the moment, keeping on with Pete at the moment.
Slow
Carl
down.
Hardy has a slowdown, same with Stuart Gibbons as well.
Pete Newman moving forward past Euro, keeps Euro wide there, through the puddle. Has it rained in the warm-up? What? Why is there a puddle there?
I think it's still the puddles that we had a lot earlier.
Okay. And we are going to go dark on this race, folks. I did that on purpose. Ha ha ha.
Here we go. It's still Stefan Goebel in the lead, overtaking Thomas Dandridge, and does have nearly a 3/4 of a second gap on the rest. See how many end up going off into the sand. And,
Oh, there's one Euro.
just the
Bit
one.
wide.
Is, yep, Euro deciding to take the scenic route onto the exit there. But Pete Newman up 5 places at the moment. Wobbly up 4.
Yeah, Stefan Goebel had the fastest Sector 3 of anyone. He absolutely bossed it.
Yeah, a bit
Oh,
further
that
back. And
looks
oh,
painful.
God, does that Veloster look a little bit
Stunted.
crushed?
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like a little stub. Like, it's stubbed his toe. In this case,
Yeah.
it's the front of a 40-50 grand Veloster.
Yeah. That you're going to have to pay for the repairs on.
Ah, it's alright. He's probably switching to the Audi next season. So with the new
Throw that one in the bin.
TCR coming out next season, the Gen 2 Audi,
Yeah.
which means those starts might be a little bit more even for all involved. In front, Wobbly trying to get the overtake, and this is huge implications for the team championship if Wobbly can get by. But Michael Hall, you bet, will be trying to defend that with his iPhone. Wobbly going extremely slow through that corner.
What's that
To the
about?
point Rene nearly takes the back of Wobbly out just there, but decides to slow down and tuck him behind. Instead,
Daniel
Daniel
Lewis.
Lewis and Ollie Payne this time with slowdowns.
Yeah, and
at the
somebody
end of this
dropping
time
really
round.
fast.
There's been
Stefan.
a couple
no,
of
there's a whole load of
crashes
them.
behind. There's
Must have been a
big
pile-up.
instant behind. Just go as far back as we can. We will see. Oh, and that's a wheel gone for one of the work guard cars in front. That's Andy Littner.
Oh, that's... yeah. What is going on with that? That's nearly in
There's
the
a lot of
back.
sparks flying on that one. Or
Yeah.
sparks flying on my screen.
And mine.
A little bit further in front, the battle for the lead at the moment. We'll watch the replays of what happened back there shortly. I did have an instant with Deck Crowther as well, where he had to eventually go off into the pits. Gonna give it a couple more corners, see what results from all these, because there's a lot of cars so close to each other, especially for the
That's a
lead
lot of water.
and third place just there. And yeah,
That's
that
kind of what
was
happened
playing
with Wobbly.
havoc.
He hit the water and it just bogged him down and he slowed up.
Yeah, it just makes the car so unstable, and this early in the race with the pack this tight at the moment, it's going to cause a lot of people to use their reflexes to slow down. You just got to hope the person behind you has the same speed of reflexes as yourself.
There's still a load of meatballs. There's more meatballs here than an IKEA canteen, but there's 3 of them still on the screen at the minute. Stefan and Daryl in the pits, but they must be towing.
I think so as well. I'm just quickly switching and seeing if the chopper has seen what happened with Deck. I think this may have been it here. So Deck Crowther on your inside just there, got Carl on the outside, and Deck just sort of drifts across the track there. And that's what caused that one. Now, the crash, I got 2 things here. I got Stefan Klauke going off the track, nearly at the same part of the courses. Mr. Klauke in the yellow with a black line going through it.
Oh, wow. What the hell was that? Oh!
And that explains that one.
What happened to his car, though? I don't get it. It just kind of whipped
like
on
it's
him.
spun there slightly. I'm going to have to quickly go back to the live action, though, because I've just seen a lot of battling just here.
Oh, my word.
And especially on this part of the track, it's going to go back a car, because that's going to look even better.
Jason Harrington's picked up a slowdown. Andy Little's picked up a meatball, unless he's just racing still with that bug-eyed wheel.
Everyone going in,
Jamie?
and
touch.
a little bit of a tap just there, but
No,
Tamas
Simon,
with some fantastic. Oh, it was Simon. Sorry, my mistake there. With Tamas' beautiful control there, is enough for Simon to get a chance of having a run into the following corner.
Audi's good on the brakes,
isn't
it? Audi's very good on the brakes usually. About equal
nearly
though.
again, but too good on the brakes there. But
and then look at the run. That's nice. But he's on the wrong side for the next turn.
Yeah, but if he can control that on the outside, he's going to have a lot of speed on the exit. There's a lot of rough and tumble and bumping. Look at Tamas moving over to the left to make sure there is space for Simon to come across. Simon's
Holding him left.
looked like he was pinching there.
Ooh, what?
Early turn in, and tell you what, it's the water again, and Pete Newman this time.
Someone's... Oh, it's Jamie Wilson.
Jamie Wilson with a slowdown. That's probably not the smartest place to put a slowdown, but to tell you what, it's worked perfectly for Simon. Wobbly behind with Pete, and it's going to go 3 wide. This could end in tears right now.
The timing screen tower doesn't even know what it's doing. It's going, I don't know.
And
I'll just pick one and put it on top.
Line is he goes onto
floated out,
onto the grass. So it's a battle here. Team championship on the line. Wobbly sticks to the inside while Pete's going to have a bit of a faster exit. But I think Wobbly may have just
edged ahead, is he?
kept it going.
Not yet.
He does.
Not
Brilliant.
yet.
What a pass just there.
Oh, my word!
And it hits
Oh,
Wobbly.
what?
And that was a complete accident just there. Wobbly off the circuit.
So he's kept it going, he's kept it together. If he gets a slowdown, I will pee myself laughing.
I doubt it very much, but we're just watching ahead, and there's still a lot of rough and tumble.
So, the hopes of BSTV's team championship are now with Tony Walker and Stephen Walker and Uras. Oh, and Renee! Oh, why did I curse him at the beginning? And who's that off track? Michael Hall. What is going on?
Off the track there.
Yeah, off the track. He was off the track.
I don't think we're even done here.
Oh my!
Wide. I don't think they've. Oh my God! What has this race just turned into?
I don't know.
Oh, and Ura's in the worst place possible right now. Oh, and
Sony Walker's
across from the BSTV car.
Sony Walker's trying to keep out of the way, but in trying to keep out of the way, he's getting in the way. If that makes sense. He doesn't know that these cars are there. His spotter's just gone mental, saying there's cars everywhere.
It's raining sideways. But wow. So Pete Newman gets through. Michael Hall is now behind Tony Walker. I'm just trying to look where the other Walker is at the moment. He is actually in front in 7th place, but at the moment, seeing if Michael Hall is about to try and move here on Tony, but Tony a bit late on the brakes that time, so not able to hit the apex.
Where is Wobbly at the minute? He's in 19th right now.
Yeah, there's also a lot going on behind, especially with Cole Hardy, Stuart, Gibbons and Bjorn.
I think Wobbly may visit pit road shortly because, oh no, maybe not. We're only on lap 5. Usually lap 6 is the lap that people pit.
Yeah, looks like something's happened with Jaden as well, but I can't quite see it on the...
Oh, the whole of the front's gone now. He's got no front on that car at all. It's going to be aero nasty right now.
Let's have a quick look again at what happened with Wobbly, with Pete even, if we can try and get to the inside of Pete's car just there and go, just leave it a couple more corners just in case Wobbly and Jaden have a nice battle here. And to be honest, Wobbly's going to have a...
lovely run here, I think. He's going to do a cutback on him and be on his inside all the way around this big sweeping turn.
I think he's already in front at this point. Jaden will just have to let Wobbly through.
Done deal. Sir Alan is absolutely right. This is all about the Team Cup now. It's all about Stephen Walker, Tony Walker and Wobbly against Pete, Carl, and I can't remember.
And this is what Pete saw on the inside of that corner. It's the big sausage. He attacked that sausage too aggressively, and the sausage obviously did not like that. Spitting Pete back out afterwards and just throwing him straight into Wobbly. Wobbly just nothing but a passenger there, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's not rendering well through on the stream because my OBS is having a fit with that replay, but never mind. Everybody kind of got the idea. Daniel Lewis finds himself in the middle of a fight at the minute, and it's not the one he's in.
Yeah, Jaden managing to get himself through as well.
Oh, Daniel Lewis caught it.
That was
pretty
really
good.
Strange there, that happening, but well held from Daniel.
That's exactly the same as what happened to Stefan Klauk.
No, you're absolutely right. Yes.
So what is
Wow.
going on with these velocities on this track?
Might be a setup issue on that
Maybe,
one, but
yeah.
at the moment, Stephen Walker getting past Sam Blees. That's another position for BSTV Esports. I tell
Yeah.
you what,
They're in
we
different
could be,
teams, those two. Yeah, sorry.
yep, we could be about to see a team championship taken right under the noses of a Result Clothing iRacing team.
Yep. Who is where? So Stephen Walker is in 6th, and Pete Newman is in 9th. Tony Walker's in 10th, and Michael Hull is in 11th. At the minute,
That's
the
going to
point.
be even more points for BSTV
Yeah,
there.
yeah. It's stacking in their favour right now. If Wobbly
tell you
can
what, a
get
couple of
himself back up
positions
to the
behind
top
them.
as well.
Tell you what, Michael Hall's going to have a hell of a job on his hands. His first task is surely to try and catch up to Tony Walker, but
Ooh,
Tony
that's lucky.
Walker is actually getting away from Michael Hall.
Right. Well, he's got a good toe. Pete Newman.
Yep, of all people.
Yeah. Helping him out to get more points.
Might be seeing maybe one of either Pete Newman or Michael Hall potentially undercutting to try and stop this advantage to Tony Walker.
Here comes the sunset as well, Jay. And what happens now if it rains?
Then the drivers will be cursing you, and yeah, they'll be placing a terrible curse on you.
Yeah. It's going to be great. Left-handed Scissor Girl is ahead of Jaden Scotton at the minute, separating them from Wobbly.
Yeah, meanwhile, for the lead at the moment, Dandridge ahead of Temis Titular with Stefan Goebel behind. So Goebel did lose that lead eventually, but I tell you what, with these three fighting like cat and dog at the moment, Simon Trendle approaching behind with a very quick Tamas Asboff and Stephen Walker.
Yeah.
This could get very spicy and very tasty quickly. In fact, we've got a couple already going into the pits. Yep, Jaden Scott and Wobbly and Jamie Wilson taking the earliest opportunity. Don't think they choreographed that with each other, so be interesting to see how that one goes. And look at all this defending. This is great news for the likes of Simon Trendle, Thomas Asboff, who will be wanting to get involved with this battle for the lead. Maybe not for too long, but when that's so close to the back bumper of Thomas, and Thomas nearly going off the track there.
Fastest lap of the race, Tony Walker, last lap.
Oh, that's all right, because that's not a pro time, is it?
No.
I tell you what, this could end up getting
I was going to say, Stefan's either going to be winning like he's never known.
Oh,
that's a big
that
puddle.
spray.
Yeah. I don't think he expected a lake to be on the inside of that apex.
No, absolutely not. It could have been the Mediterranean, to be
I
fair.
know, yeah, there's loads of water cable.
Oh, if they go too wide here, that's... Oh,
Look at Stefan gaining now.
Battling at any point they can, and into the pits goes Simon Trendle. And I tell you what, Simon Trendle nearly power sliding at the bottom of your screen just there. That was fantastic.
Sam Blees has picked up a slowdown. He'd probably have elected to go to the pits if he'd known he'd pick that up at that point on the track. No time to do it when you're on the sausage curb. Thomas Dandridge trying to go down the inside. Faked it. In through the puddle.
So it's a
Stefan.
great battle with Stefan Goebel.
Go
Goes
on,
to the inside. Thomas giving him plenty of room there to fight along. Stephen Walker is just going to chill with these three. Now, I'm expecting Stephen Walker to pull out a truly audacious move here. There's some very late moving on the racing and off the racing line from Demis there going into the corner. As aggressive as the defending could be, if Thomas Dandridge decides to make the attacking just as aggressive, and tell you what, Stefan Goebel concentrating so much on Stephen Walker there, nearly running into the back of Dandridge. Walker instead is going to show him how it's done.
I think Stefan's let him go because he knows that Stephen's ridiculously fast. But I think Stefan was getting caught out by Demis being so shallow in the corner, Thomas being less shallow, But they both had to get on their brakes so much earlier than Stefan did that he was nearly in the back of them both.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see how Stephen's going to... no, yeah,
he's just going to go, I'm going. This is
a lot
mine
of
now.
puddles on the inside, though, and tell that was so close there.
This is my corner now.
I am the captain.
It's Wobbly's favourite meme.
Is it?
Look at me. I am the captain now.
Right, and
Ooh,
that's Stefan
Stefan's
Goebel
gone to
going
the
in now.
pits. Nice
Be
call.
interesting to see where Goebel comes out after, or where Dandridge and Tischler come out even.
After they've done theirs. Yeah, absolutely.
Up 11 places Stephen Walker. Up 9 is Pete Newman behind. And tell you what, Pete Newman's got a lot of space between himself and Stephen Walker. The camera just backs up slightly there. And it looks like Sam Blees and Tony Walker fighting it out, which could allow Michael Hall an opportunity to get a little bit closer in.
Yeah, that could happen. Euro went to the pits with Stefan as well.
Yeah, we'll quickly have a look and see exactly what happened with Rene as well. A couple of laps ago where he went into the wall, you got Euro just there on the inside, a little bit of bumping. And to be fair, I feel Rene did go a little bit too quick into that corner there, but is it glitching out on the stream again?
It is, yeah, I don't know why. I'm trying to figure it out at the minute. It's done this before on me, but I don't know why. Fully connected. I am a commentator. I'm copying you. It shouldn't do it. Don't know why. It might be an OBS thing.
Might be a chopper camera. I'll be willing to try a TV one next time and see if that does anything.
That's a good idea. Yeah, try a different camera. It might be a camera misalignment.
Yep, Fiona did go off track very recently, so we'll see what
happens
happens
smooth.
here.
That's smooth.
Yep. Okay, so no more chopper cam for us then.
Okay.
But it might be a case of, I'm surprised not more have done this, especially in the middle of the battle, just overdoing that final corner. Well held from Fiona though.
Yeah, good catch. Nice and
Could have
controlled.
been a very Jay at Portimao situation there, but no, they managed to avoid that quite well. And into the pits goes Pete Newman, going instead of Stephen Walker.
That was a very fast pit lane entry, I should say.
It was. I'm just double checking to see if there's any black flags. Michael Hall has come in at the same time, so it seems like both Pure Sims cars are on the same strategy here.
And Carl Hardy. So all three are in.
Okay.
They're not Pure Sims drivers. They're in... Michael Hall is a Pure Sims car.
I'm only going by the sponsors that are on the car, so I keep forgetting.
The old one.
Slow down for Wobbly, and if Wobbly went in to try and get an advantage on everybody else, that is really going to ruin. If he takes a slow down here, it's going to make things extremely close, and there's Pete Newman in front.
Take it in the corner, wouldn't you, if you've got the time to get to the corner? He's way off the gas, and he's on the brakes miles early.
Yeah, he's still serving it at the moment, though, and there he goes. Done. Done and done. He finds himself behind Michael Holden.
Wasn't he fighting with them before?
Yes, that slowed down though.
Yeah, of course, it's knackered
he
him,
probably would have been in front of Michael by the end of there. Maybe, perhaps. The battle for the lead though is still going. It is still between these three. We're currently watching second place at the moment, Thomas Dandridge.
I thought Stephen had he got a slow down, didn't he?
Stephen had overtaken the car behind them.
Oh,
I think it's gone into the pits, which would have been Stefan. Yeah, it would have been Goebel.
He passed Stefan dead easy, but I thought he passed the next car as well, which I thought was Thomas Dandridge. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Maybe not.
David Scott says
here.
Jaden would have been in early for a shiny new bumper. Absolutely, he would. Yeah.
So that's a great exit just there from Stephen Walker, and Walker's going to easily have this one. I think he's got a face full of the back end of Thomas there. And it's just going to be as easy as braking here, opening up the corner as much as possible, try to avoid the puddles if you can, and job done.
Job done.
Literally, sometimes it is.
Those puddles are not going away, are they? And they're not likely to now that we're in approaching
Note with the sun going
darkness.
down as well,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
expect to see those there until the end of the race, I would have said, to be honest. Elsewhere on the track, we do have Payne fighting it out with David Ayres right now. This is a battle in the top 10. Do have Chris Dixon and Fiona Siddons, who also haven't pit, but in the main block of drivers who haven't pit, it is Payne and Ayres towards the back. See if we can see anything from the weather coming up. And it's 30 degrees. Oh no, sorry, 19 degrees at the moment. Air temperature with 20 degrees on the track. As you can see, with local time at the moment, we're approaching 8 o'clock in the evening. So, yeah, like you said, Pete, darkness is coming. And to be honest, in the next 10 minutes, it could fall very, very quickly.
Yeah, I think so. The sim date is the 1st of April, so they're a month ahead of where we are in real life. In sim, of course. So it'll be a bit later than you would expect for right now, but it will go darker, if not completely dark, by the time we get to the end of the race. We've got another, what's that, 17 minutes, Pete. You've done basic maths before. Oh, the lead of the race, yes. So Stephen obviously dispensed with Thomas Dandridge, and has now done the same with Demis.
Ooh, that was very close there, but he's got it done. A bit of water splash there. And good move from Stephen there. Textbook.
Yeah, Stuart Gibbons.
Look who that
Ollie
is in
Peckham.
4th.
For 4. Oh, yeah.
So far, so good for the team as Pete Newman sets the fastest lap of the race, a 1:53.46. And no, this man is now the fastest on the field.
Oh.
And look who is catching up to you now. Look at the speed.
Yeah.
Catching up to Michael. I think Michael Hall's had a mistake somewhere, because Michael was a good second and a half.
Yeah, he was. I don't know what's gone on there.
Yeah, I've seen nothing on there at all.
I didn't see him get a slowdown on SDK. You're a Larkin
Nope,
just
nothing
ahead
at
of
all.
them.
So now this is Michael Hall's job is now just to try and. Well, when you've already got 2 BSTV cars in front of you, I know they're waiting to pit, but at this point, you just focus on yourself and try and get as high at the grid as possible when you got the 3rd fastest or 3rd highest placed of the team trying to hunt you down. If you devotes too much time to Wobbly here, it's just going to hurt the team's race in the long run, I feel.
It is, and Wobbly got a really good run through there. Had to go through all that shrapnel that was left on the track from somebody else's incident, and he's backed out of the overtake. So he'll build it up again over the next couple of corners. This is the closest battle on track at the minute as we wait for the top 8 cars to visit pit road. Everybody from Stephen Walker in the timing tower down to David Ayres has not pitted. And there's a couple more listed, which is Chris Dixon and Fee. They are listed through the field at the minute, breaking up the ones that have been to pit road. Stephen Walker is your race leader at the moment, at least. Demis Tigchalar is the leader of Pro-Am, and David Ayres is currently the leader of Am class. Demis and David both owe us a pit stop. Somebody going slow in a safeguard car there. I think it was... No, I don't know who it was.
Yeah, it's quite a bit of a varied field going on at the moment.
Oh, it's a good
Just
run
watching-
now.
oh,
This
what
is a good run.
run.
This is excellent. Can't do much with it because Michael's bolted himself to the right hand side. So Wobbly's decided to go around the outside and cut back.
Late apex here.
Maybe.
I think he's going to try and get Michael Hall to... Oh no, a quick
Oh,
dart to the inside, and there
Ooh,
was a little bit of contact there.
a little bit, but a little flashing lights from Michael Hall.
Yeah, that you could tell by the path of Wobbly's car. He definitely took a use all the track and the width of your opponent's vehicle to great effect there.
Yeah, there was a bit of using Michael's car to turn, but yeah, he'd got the job done, just not stopped his own car, I think, is the way that I'd describe that. As Thomas Dandridge, Tony Walker, Bjorn Ritter all go to pit lane. That leaves about 7 cars in the field that have not visited pit road yet.
Yeah, you can just see exactly what each driver will be seeing as they exit the pit. As you can see, the track pretty much divided in half, so when it does come to crunch time with Stephen Walker and everybody who pit early, that's how much space everyone's going to end up getting as they lead their way into turn number 1.
Yeah. Right, so Simon Trendle finds himself in a very, very good position. He is the lead car that's pitted.
Oh wow, that's pretty massive actually. Pete Newman behind, who is constantly setting race bests when it comes to the sectors, an absolute rocket of a sector 3. Though Simon Trendle was only 3/100ths slower on that same sector 3. So, tell you what, Pete's pretty quick at the moment, but I tell you what, Simon Trendle is doing their very best to try and match them sector by sector.
Absolutely. Carl Hardy with, is that Bjorn?
Yes.
Yeah, Bjorn Ritter just in front.
There's a lap car in between them, but
That's Darrell.
we'll see how they navigate past that one. Meanwhile, in the middle, there's a group of cars all suddenly together fighting out. And look at that, all for one position, or majority of those cars all for one position there. As they come across the next corner and get a little bit more compact, you'll get to see just how much of the field just there is potentially involved in this right now.
Yeah, as we've got the last, well, 3 of the last 4. Oh no, all of the last 4 cars.
There's lights now.
Yeah, lights are on as the sun sets at Barcelona, Circuit de Catalunya.
Yeah, a few more going to the pits.
Simon Trendle is your race leader. Stephen Walker has come out behind Simon Trendle. Look at this lot. Good grief. We find this a lot with these races. They all split up during the pit stop phase, and then it's just an absolute rabble by the time they come out. And Wobbly scything his way through here, up to 10th again already.
Yeah, and he has Tony Walker a couple of places in front as well. So BSTV Esports in a fantastic position right now, with Michael Hall all the way back in 13th at the moment. It's definitely looking good for them to be getting that team's championship, and just in front Tony Walker in a tough fight here with Dennis Titchler and Jamie Wilson just behind, a little bit of door banging just there. Ooh, and that
Jamie
might
Wilson.
be Demis.
Jamie Wilson's in on this one.
Yep, it might have been a slowdown for Demis, but no, just manages to avoid
Oh,
it.
Tony Walker!
And tell you what, if Wobbly
nearly
ends up getting involved in this in a negative way,
No, he's giving his
like
teammate a
spread
shove to get him further down the road.
if he's used him as a missile, just and very wide from Demis just there. Imagine
Used him
if
as a missile.
Wobbly
I've not heard
Wobbly
that
just
before.
throws Tony Walker like a lawn dart into the corner, and it's like a game of battleships, and instead
That's
of
tremendous.
E1 or D2, Wobbly's just gone for yeet.
Yeet, yeah. Not heard that for a while either. Just yeet it, yeah.
Going all Jey Uso and yeeting about everywhere. If you know, you know.
Yeah, exactly that, yeah. It's like
Look at this,
shouting,
everyone shuffling about.
Leroy Jenkins! I always found that dead funny as well.
Ooh, and a late
Wow.
dive just there by Blees, I think it is,
Yeah,
and
Sam
sticking
Blees.
that car to the inside.
Got it done as
please
well.
asked please and got the move done.
Yeah, I don't think he asked anything. He was having it, wasn't he? Someone pushing that Audi up the hill. Is that Wobbly pushing the Audi? No.
Yep, it's what. Yep, it is. Wobbly throwing themselves through. We might have to go onto our very needlessly expensive blimp and see. Whoa, my God, there's plenty of battles going on there. When you zoom out, and
Good
that is
grief.
Michael Hall. Ooh, nearly going across the back of Sam Blees. Michael Hall has it all to do now. Not only does he have to get past the car in front of him, which is the extremely quick Sam Blees, he has Wobbly and Tony of the opposition team in front as well, fighting this part as well.
Yeah, don't forget Michael Hall is in Pure Sims, not in Result Clothing. So Result Clothing is Pete Newman, Carl Hardy, and who's the other one?
Roger Morton.
Roger Morton, yeah.
Yes, but you know there's still some loyalty and
Oh.
affiliation.
Oh, yeah,
and that
definitely, without a
is
doubt.
Sam Blees and Michael Hall with a coming together there.
Yep. Somebody's getting the rough end of that one. Eurus letting himself in, finding himself a very lucky boy because he could have easily gathered up part of that mess.
Yeah, we'll have a look again at what happened. Sam Blees just here. I think I may have gone a little bit too far there, so let
No,
me...
it's good, it's good. Because it's coming in just 1 second around about...
that's what happened a little bit earlier. So it'll probably be more this one here.
Okay.
Yes, here we go.
Yeah, much more close together here.
So Michael with a
Bit of a dive.
dive on the inside, and Sam just closing the gap to the point of contact. Having to go a little bit wide and loses a couple more places because of it.
Yeah,
But
opportunistic
we need to
from
quickly go to
Michael
Jamie
Hall.
Wilson now because himself and Wobbly fighting through. Go to the tight left-hander.
Jamie shouldn't give this up easily.
Now to treat it like Rick Astley does to the listener.
Oh dear. Never gonna give you up. No, I can't do it.
And there we go, demonetized. That's all it
Oh,
took.
is that it? Right, okay, crikey, that was easy.
Oh, Wobbly getting that inside just there.
Yeah, he's just about picked the lock, hasn't he, on that one?
Yeah, Jamie's
Big
going to
puddle on the
force him to
inside.
stick as close to that inside as possible. Meanwhile, in front, Tony Walker and Demis doing their best as well. Tony getting in front and already gapping by half a second. Look how confident Wobbly is on that outside line. It's just absolutely
though,
turned
out
Jamie
there.
Wilson inside out.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
no,
here
you're
as
saying
well.
that, Jamie. And I think we're about to get Jamie with a compromised corner entry, meaning Wobbly can literally just snatch that position away from him. Look at that, just literally, sometimes as easy as that. And although the move's not completed yet, going into the front corner, or saying that puddle on the apex of turn one could cause slight bits of panic and stability issues. But tell you what, they're
gone.
wow.
It's gone. That puddle's
No,
dried up.
Wobbly didn't take it. He didn't take that inside as deep as the puddle was. And look, they're still there. And look who's coming up behind. It's Jaden.
Oh, yeah. Wow, that's a good recovery from Jaden Scotton. I mean, we are talking in 10th and 11th, 12th here.
Ooh, Jamie getting so close.
I think they need to be surgically separated now.
They probably used the same surgeon that Mika used.
Mika. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus!
Ooh,
And
blimey,
the
what
two
was
who
that
got
about?
promoted to both who got promoted to pro this season now doing battle. In the final race of the season, Jamie's going to have more speed going out of it, but Jaden's going to have the inside line. Jaden could force Jamie onto this. Too many names that begin with the letter J here.
See how I struggle? See how I struggle?
Right, 4 minutes left of the race, and the fight is currently between Stephen Walker, Pete Newman and Simon Trendle. This three-way battle going into the last couple of corners of the season.
I'm impressed
Pete
that
is
Simon's kept here with this. I am.
yes, Simon absolutely nailing it with the pit strategy.
Yeah,
I feel,
big
whilst
time.
everybody else had a lap or 2 laps being behind somebody else. No offense to those who were there on the reverse grid. Ooh, there's a flash of the leader's lights just to let the car coming out the pits knowing that the
It's Andy
lead
lit that.
is getting through.
He did what he needed to.
Yep, perfectly done in my opinion.
Yep.
Then further behind, leading the Pro-Ams at the moment. At the top of your screen, you can see it, but we're actually going to jump somewhere else quickly, as there's still big
This is
battles
going
going here. Whenever I'm trying to go off on a tangent somewhere else, it just turns out it's always a Team Chimera car involved. Isn't that weird,
Yeah.
Pete?
Yeah, it's always like that.
How close here. See, on that exit, you don't want to be turning the wheel as much as you normally would. Keep some of that speed, and see what I mean about Barcelona. It's just such a fantastic fighting track. You could stay side by side with somebody for about half a lap.
Yeah, the
And
track
do it
is
safely
generous,
as well.
isn't it? Yeah. When you've
And
got
luckily the
drivers, when you've got drivers
yeah,
as
you
good
know-
as these
yeah.
guys, they do allow people to be. They do allow that racing to
Exactly
happen.
what I was
Yeah.
going to say. Yep.
Yeah.
Same wavelength on that one. The drivers are courteous but fair with each other at the same time, and it's why we get so many people wanting to join the league, not just to race with each other, but to learn as well, because everyone is so given in the community aspect as well.
Somebody's just behind this group, or this pair rather. Has he managed to get that done? Oh yeah, and
think
he's
he
left
has,
the door
yep.
open for Bjorn to try his luck as well. And that's Carl, I think, in the background there, isn't it?
Yep, all ready to pounce just in front. We've got Stefan Goebel trying to defend from Dandridge, and it's Asboff, Goebel and Dandridge all meeting each other despite going to the pits at different times.
Last lap?
So the previous top 3, yep, last lap of
Is
the
it?
race now.
I'm trying to figure it out. Yeah,
It's
it has
last
to
lap
be.
of the
Yeah.
race now, yep.
Silen on the chat says, what a race to finish the season with. Fabulous. Absolutely, couldn't agree more.
Plenty of battles all over the track, and it's hard for me doing the cameras right now to focus on anywhere in particular, but we'll try our best. And tell you what,
Oh, look at that.
great timing for that one. Just if it's not these two battling here, and Michael Hall is going to have that inside line again, and looks like people behind as well are looking for the same sort of thing. And look at that,
Great camera
absolutely
work. Caught that
brilliant
beautifully.
racing just there.
Yeah, spectacular. Somebody's looking to try and mop up whatever crumbs are left. That battle behind with Euro and Co is just as hot as this one just ahead.
Yep, 2 trios right now.
Oh!
It's down to Michael Hall, and that is surely
has to be-
team
oh!
championship over.
And
It's
a
a
black
black
flag.
for Michael Hall.
And he
I
can't
think it's
serve
safe to
it.
say BSTV are your team champions.
I would
I
suggest
can
that they
very
are.
confidently say that. Watch me be wrong, but no. Honestly, I think they've got that now. There's still a little bit of fights going on further up. Stephen Walker and Pete Newman fighting to the death now. Final corner, but Stephen Walker is going to be your final winner of BSTV TCR Challenge Cup Season 23, with Pete Newman in second place and Simon Trendle with a fantastic race to grab that final podium place. Tamas Aspov getting the win for the Pro-Ams, and a little bit further back.
Stefan gets a podium. Good effort.
That brilliant. And another closer battle here for the AMs, depending on how Fraser gets past this final corner here, is Fraser versus Gibbons, and Fraser gets the win for the AMs ahead of Stuart Gibbons.
they look like they've had a bag full of fun.
Yeah, everybody on the radio now having a fantastic time.
Cool. Good. Wait for the final races to get over the line.
Oh, Klauka's already over the line. We've got Fiona just here as well.
Yeah.
I think Fiona's over as well.
I'm going to go to the little boys' room before all the interviews start because I'll have to also do the points to know the final standings. So give me a
Yeah,
minute.
I'll run through the final results as well then when they come up. Just wait for a couple more to go over the line. And there we go. Chris Dixon going over the line as well. Apparently we're still waiting for one or two to finish it. Just waiting for that one. But what an absolutely fantastic set of races to finish up on. I think we're going to have a few of the drivers potentially planning something at the end here. We've got everybody just very slowly getting together. Right, for the final results there. Stephen Walker gets your win with Pete Newman in second place for Result Clothing iRacing team. Simon Trendle for Team Chimera getting that last step of the podium. Tamas Zasboff in fourth place getting the win for the Pro-Am. Stephen Goebel and Thomas Landridge in fifth, sixth respectively as well for the podium places of Pro-Am. Seventh place, Tony Walker, BSTV Esports, with another BSTV Esports member, Wobbly Kneecaps, down in eighth. That is, to my knowledge, and if my maths does right, that could be BSTV Esports stealing that championship on the last race of the season. Cars going absolutely nuts in the background just there. Dennis Titular, ninth place with Hydra Race Racing Forces, and Jaden Scott and the JC Academy Gold in 10th. Jamie Wilson and Sam Blees, 11th and 12th for Team Chimera and BSTV Sports Blue, respectively. Ewa Larkin, 13th place for Hydra Race Racing Forces, and then the privateer Bjorn Ritter in 14th. Carl Hardy, Result Clothing iRacing team in 15th, with Fraser Garrity in 16th for Insignia Motorsports, followed by the duo of Stuart Gibbons and Daniel Lewis in 17th and 18th place. 19th, how about some David Ayres for Safe Gardner Result Clothing, followed closely by his teammate in 21st, Odd Payne, and Jason Haddington for Air Smart Rating. The JC Academy Silver Car of Jeff Saunders in 22nd, with Chris Dixon 23rd for Work Guard by Result. Fiona Siddon's teammate, she finishes in 24th, with Michael Hall after the penalty is applied, down in 25th. Andy Lissler follows behind in 26th with Stefan Klauka in 27th. Be interesting to see what happens with the AM Championship after that result there. Darrell Wright in 28th. Rene Earhart with an early crash in 29th, with Dick Crowther and Jack Brown in 30th and 31st.
I realised an issue with the next bit, which is if I change my screen, it's going to be the screen that's seen on the broadcast, isn't it? Graphics
Possibly.
will be yours, but the screenshot will be mine, and therefore it's going to look very strange. So, not sure what I'm going to do here, folks. Let me think about that, because I've got a few things to do whilst we start these interviews. I could put it onto that screen. What does this screen say at the minute? It just says "Let's Go Racing." I could put the video on, but just mute the video, and we'd still get the thing, would we? No, the reviews are fine. Let's go back to live for a minute, and I'll try and figure this out for myself. Because I'm going to do this now, and it's going to show everything. Yeah. Right, I'll figure something out in a second. I'll just go to this. There we go. I think we need to start bringing people in for interviews, really. Who do you want to do first while I sort out the points in the background?
Let me have a look who we have in at the moment. We have plenty in.
Yeah.
So, you know what? I'm going to actually go with Jamie Wilson. Jamie, how are we doing tonight? And tell you what, that looked like for us a very entertaining finish to the season. How did you find tonight?
Yeah, that second race was mad. Just hanging on for dear life with the tyres, really. This place was just murdering tyres like crazy.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
and just it being, sort of last day of school kind of feeling because it's the end of the season. Sort of slightly less conservatism, let's say, than usual. So yeah, and
Last day
also
left for
it's a
school is probably the perfect way to
yeah,
to describe it, to be honest.
but yeah, just with less bin fires, I suppose. But the
What school did you go to? My
that
God.
was the thing, wasn't it, back in the 90s or whatever? But the yeah, the I very much enjoy the sport of annoying wobbly. So that second race was especially enjoyable in that sense.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we all love to poke the bear every now and then with that one. First race, a jump from 12th place to ninth, and like you said, for the second race, it was it especially once the pit stops were going on and everybody from the reverse 15 was making their way through to the front. Plus, as well, we were noticing as the race was going on, the puddles at the apexes weren't quite
Yeah,
going. How was that going through, especially the first couple of corners with
yeah,
a very close together grid, knowing that if somebody messed up on that corner in particular, it could spell disaster for at least several cars behind?
yeah. It was weird because the water seemed to grow between the races. Not much, but enough to be noticeable. And of course, when we're going through lap one and it's just cars everywhere, you can't see it really because you're just blindsided everywhere. And the one that really caught a lot of people out, I guess you would have picked up on it, was hang on, turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The sort of kink down the hill that then before the
Yes.
chicane bit. The exit of, or not the exit so much, but the right hand side of that, where the other circuit layouts kind of joined into it, there was a tiny puddle there, and I think Euro was the catalyst for it. I think he just caught the edge of it, and I think it dragged it slightly further onto the curb. That's when I
Okay.
hit it directly behind him. I had this exact the same thing with Tamas in Sebring, I think it was, and there was a famous incident of this in F1, wasn't there, in Brazil, where someone had just pulled a bit of water in off a curb, and it just made it worse for everyone immediately behind them. And then ever from that point onwards, for about 5 laps, there were people having all sorts of kittens going through there on it because it was so stealthily blended into the curb you couldn't see it very well. But I mean,
Yeah.
I had there was one occasion on there, it was like the arm breaker that thing. It just yanks the wheel out your hands like crazy.
For us, it looked entertaining seeing everybody take a different line into that corner after the puddle did spread out a bit. But I bet it was absolutely terrifying. I was thinking of that Brazil incident, and to be honest, every time I think of Brazil now with the F1, I just think of typhoons. Not not typhoons, but more monsoons. There we go. Let's use the right word for that one. And that will be, I hope, just as rainy this year when the cars go over to there. But
Yeah,
have
and
you had
Lance
a
Stroll
chance?
crashing on the outlap.
Oh yeah. Oh, this time round, he revealed his new helmet for this weekend, and I thought, oh, that'll look good for the first 2 laps before they retire the car. But a fantastic season for yourself in pro, debut season in pro, with yourself and Jaden as well, and you've both done absolutely fantastically. What are your plans for next season? Dare I ask?
Well, normally I wouldn't flock to the new car. That's not the way that we as a team have ever really operated. We always go in whatever the least popular thing is, generally speaking. But that said, given the amount of history with the Audi, obviously I've only really been driving it recently here, last couple of seasons. I was in everything else before that. I've done the full rotation through it, but um, I raced the Audi a lot, like years ago when it first came out in like Neo or Creventic, as it was the first season when it was under Creventic sort of operation.
Yeah.
Um, that kind of thing. So I raced it in endurance context. Getting back into it for these last couple of seasons has been like riding an old bike or something. Um, so I am sad to see it go, but I will probably maintain the brand, so to speak, and be migrating to the new Audi, presuming that it drives like a car and not a spaceship.
I'm very very excited with the prospect of seeing how this new Audi does. Not just that, but potentially the massive influx of people we're potentially going to have interested in this league for next season. But yeah, we will cross that bridge when it comes for next season. Anybody that you want to give a shout out for, not just for tonight, but for the whole season?
Uh, well, I mean, the obvious shout outs to the three champions. Tony's driven excellently for a few seasons now, and rightfully, I think we've been memeing, Tony for pro, but I look forward to battling him in pro next season. Um, and yes, a shout out to not just the winners, but also that group that was fighting with them, because I think in both of those classes it's been quite a tight battle at points. And certainly in pro, I mean, to be honest, I haven't followed AM as closely as pro am, because obviously in pro am I'm kind of embedded in the front of that more often. But Ura's improved massively. Tamas is doing really well. Stefan Goebel has like really good days. Uh, it's quite an open field for next season. That'd be quite interesting. And also shout out to those that maybe are in that sort of mid pack or towards the lower end of their classes. I hope they've at least got some sort of target that they're going for. Like my benchmark a lot of the time is Jaden. And all right, I haven't beaten him in the championship, but I'm not like a million miles away, and I'm not dissatisfied with that. So I hope that you know Jeff Saunders or something is a target for someone, not in the malicious sense, but to benchmark against each other, and that they achieved what they wanted to achieve with that. And if they didn't have a benchmark like that, they should consider that for next season.
Well said. Absolutely well said there. I look forward to having you back in this booth, seeing you back on the track as well next season, Jamie, and hopefully Simon as well can join us for that as well. One last thing before we do go, obviously it is the Pit Stop Cup next week. Will we see you or the team jumping into that final race of that particular season next Thursday?
That is the plan. It's at Cadwell Park.
Yes,
What
it
a
is.
what a track for what
Yep.
is about to happen.
Well, here's a question. That's after the build. So is it the new or the old Audi for that one?
Oh,
I would think as it's the current season, we don't add the new. Well, I don't know actually.
dunno,
It all
dunno.
depends on what Pete says on that one. But I would have thought as it's the final race of that season, we should probably keep the old one in. But I mean, that's up to Pete, isn't it? But I tell you
Yeah.
what, that's
I've
that
not thought
second half
about
of the track multi-class.
that.
That's gonna be
Well, any
how
part
do
of
we
that
put
track
it?
multi-class, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think Caldwell Park in general is going to see a race quite like that in all its years of actually existing in real life. But yes, that
Well,
is next Thursday.
in Australian motorsport, it was Dick Johnson that said that Winton was like racing round your clothesline,
Yeah.
which was the original layout. Cadwell Park's like racing around your U-bend.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
It's just so narrow and tight.
It's ridiculous. You've got to turn up though, haven't you? Because you're only what 17 points short of winning.
Am I?
TCR.
News to me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Have you not seen the standings?
Cool. No.
Go and have a look. You're like 38, 48, 58. No, sorry, 27 points.
Bingo.
Yeah, 27 points off Renee at the minute.
Well, there we go then.
Well, yeah.
Well, maybe that can be then the
drop,
sign off.
Huge drop to Chesney.
Yeah, that could be the send off race for. I thought this was, but yeah, I'm sad to park it up at the end of that with no fuel to get back to the pit lane. So maybe I'll get another chance in it at Cadwell then.
Yeah, cool. I think we should carry it over because the amount of administration to get the new car on would be enough to make my brain fully implode.
Yeah, but I can't do the decals until the template comes
Oh,
out.
that's true as well. Yeah, yeah, good point. And then in pro, no, not in pro. In V8s, Kenzie is leading by like 50 points over Simon. So that one could still go to the wire as well, because there's quite a lot of points on offer in the Pit Stop Cup. So
Target
yeah,
acquired, I'm sure.
yeah, totally right. It's going to be an interesting one. Sorry, over to you again, Jay.
Yeah, no worries. Thank you for clearing that up and giving us a preview of next Thursday. I'm looking forward to it. Maybe not driving it because I'm very 50-50 about getting on that track 'cause there's a lot of championships to decide on there, and the difference between the V8s and the TCR is pretty damn close. So I'll probably
Do it in
decide
a
on
V8,
the
Jay.
night. I did Bathurst in a V8 and actually got
Yeah.
within a second of regular
That's the
driving pace, so I was
that's
pretty
the
happy
call
with
to
that.
action that you want to be doing. Is all the TCR drivers that want to give the V8 a go. That is the way to do it. As a
Absolutely.
one-off.
I agree. And vice versa for any of the V8 drivers, if they feel that TCR could be a decent second car to drive, then yeah, absolutely jump into the Pit Stop Cup, especially if it comes back next season, and give especially the new TCR, the Audi, a run round there. But they'll be very pleasantly surprised. But we will let you, Jamie, rest for the rest of the evening. Thank you so much for your contributions on the track and off the track with Backfire Simsport TV this season. And we look forward to welcoming you back with open arms when season 24 rolls along.
Yeah, it's been an absolute pleasure.
Fantastic. Thank you once again. Ladies and gentlemen, Jamie Wilson.
Cheers, guys.
Cool. Thanks for doing that. I've taken over the cameras now as well, because the only way I could do what I needed to do was leave the session, wait until the session had finished, load up the replay, which means we're now in 2 separate sessions on iRacing. So I've got control of the cameras. So you can do your snippets while I drag in.
Fantastic.
Well, let's have a look at the standings, shall we? Very quickly. Pro standings are on the screen now. You won't be able to see them unless you watch the broadcast, Jay. But Pete Newman is, again, the champion of the series. 1,603 points, yes. And we're going to drag him in a minute. Jaden Scotton finished in second on 1,522. Stephen Walker ousted Jamie Wilson, who's left the booth just now, in that last race and beat him by 50 points in the end. Over the course of both of those Barcelona races, and that puts Rene Earhart in the top 5, which is a great position for him to be in, on 1,252. Let's have a quick look at Pro-Am and try and embed these in our heads. Not a Pro Tony Walker finished a good amount of points. What's that? 69 points ahead of Euro Larkinen, so well done to T. He's not in the interview room, but he should be. Thomas Asboth finished in 3rd. Carl Hardy, the Pieman, 4th. And Stefan Goebel in the top 5. Really happy about that. And only 8 points behind Carl Hardy, Jay. That's been pretty close at the end there, that top 5.
Brilliant season from all involved, in my opinion.
Yeah, too right. AM class, Stefan Klauke managed to retain it, but look how close it was. There's only 12 points in it. Excuse me. That's very, very tight. And you've only got 33 points back to David Ayres. Chris Dixon and Ollie Payne round out the top 5 in AM class. Now the one that was up for the closest grabs, the team championship. BSTV have done it. They've overhauled Result Clothing.
Was an extraordinarily strong race for the team BSTV Sports on that final one there.
It was.
As soon as, and then obviously with the incident with Michael Hall as well, that all but sealed it, in my opinion. So well done to Stephen Walker, Tony Walker, and Wobbly as well. Well deserved on that one. It was a hell of a battle between both of those two, and Team Chimera as well towards the start of the season as well. The 3-man teams, they each took turns leading their teams in terms of getting those points, and yeah, look where it got them all the way to the top of the summit.
Absolutely. Let's bring in Pete Newman. Where am I going here? There. And I can't find live booth. There we go. And welcome to the booth. returning champion. What do you call this? Again, champion. What is this? Can't get him off.
Retaining.
That'll do. Retaining champion. Pete Newman. Good evening.
Good evening.
Let me get your car on the broadcast just in case there's anybody wondering who you are. Where's Pete Newman? There he is. So going into this last pair of races, how confident were you? Were you concerned that an incident might boot you off the track here at Barcelona, or were you fairly certain that your car control was pretty sound, and as long as you finished in maybe the top 5, you were good?
Yeah, well, to be honest with you, Stefan's had a spreadsheet going, and
Yes,
he shared access with me that a couple of weeks ago. So for the last couple of weeks, I've just been inputting mine and Jaden's scores in. It was before last week, so I knew last week if I sort of matched Jaden, I should have been all right. Obviously, last week went pretty decent for me and ended up scoring a few more points, and it basically meant he needed to score 197 points to beat me or equal. And I don't think it's possible to get 197 points. So yeah, it's pretty chilled tonight.
very good, very good. And congratulations,
Thanks,
absolute
thanks,
congratulations.
Stefan, because otherwise I wouldn't have known.
Yeah. He shared that with me the other day as well. It's a very useful spreadsheet, to be honest. I was very impressed.
Yeah, more stats like that. That's
Absolutely.
stuff.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Obviously, good to know for the championship permutations.
Yeah, I'm gonna see what Sam can do, because we are building a database inside the website of points and statistics and incident points and top 3s and all that business. It's slowly coming together. If you go on your individual dashboards, you'll be able to find some of those stats at the top of your screen, and in the background we've got some on the back end. But yes, it's a developing theme. The series has been running for 23 seasons now, so people are getting particularly fascinated with how they've progressed, and rightly so, because even yourself, you've raced in the series for a few seasons now, either for Pure Sims or for Result Clothing, and it's the last 2 seasons that have really come together for you, isn't it?
Yeah, obviously, a little bit lucky, I suppose, with some of the, I don't know, I guess last season with some of the people just not showing up as much as possible. But this season, the way it started, after the first few rounds, I thought, it's not really going to be much chance. I'm going to be lucky to get a race win. And then, yeah, changed a few things and started to match Manuel's pace, which was really promising. And then had a really good Lime Rock where I was faster, and then I think Summit as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just that start of the mid-season for me was really what kicked it off and put me in good stride to retain it. So yeah, just really chuffed to have done it.
Really, really good. And obviously you're gonna have to, I don't know, throw some furniture out at your house, aren't you?
Well, yeah, I mean, 2 bits of wood.
I know.
Jeez,
What on earth are you gonna do with that?
I have no idea, to be honest. I have to dedicate another room to it.
Unfortunately for you guys, the BSTV team did oust you out of the team championship at the very last race of that season. So you don't get 2 bits of wood, I'm afraid, this time. Just the one.
Darn it.
Darn it.
It was a little bit my fault that
Oh.
I was trying to help tow Carl in qualifying, and Mike was helping us as well.
Yeah, he
And me
was,
and Carl were on a really good lap, and I buggered up the last corner, and we both ended up going off and getting a 1x. So
okay.
I was able to recover a reasonable lap after that, but yeah, Carl wasn't. So sort of buggered up his one opportunity. A bit of a shame.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you, but there was, what was it, 36 laps that came after that, so there was a lot of other stuff going on as well. It wasn't just to do with that, so don't hold yourself responsible, I don't think. It's been a fantastic season for you, and hopefully you'll be back with the team for season 24, because I feel that there's going to be some sort of grudge match going on for for you and BSTV in the next season if you're all back. What are your
I
thoughts?
think so. If what I've just heard's correct, I don't know if BSTV is going to have a fully firing squad. They might have a defector, but I'll leave it at that.
Oh, okay. That's news
Yeah,
to me.
interesting.
And I'm the
Never
team
seen
boss.
traitors, but
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Well, let's see what happens with that then.
Begins with a W, ends with an obly.
All right. Okay. Knobhead then.
So yeah,
wow.
Sorry, I made myself laugh then. Oh dear. Yeah. Has he gone back to Impulse or something like that? Oh, I don't know. Let's see. If it was going to be anybody, I would have guessed it was him anyway. But never mind. Okay. Anybody you want to shout out to celebrate not just what happened tonight, but your championship victory again? There's not many people actually. You're one of a very select few. You're in the realms of Stephen Walker and Sam Blees now that have managed to back-to-back win this championship. When you consider 23 seasons, there's only 3 of you managed it. That's pretty remarkable.
yeah, definitely a privilege to be in the same breath as those two. So yeah, that's really chuffed with how the season's gone. So thanks guys for putting it all on. As usual, we do a great job with the broadcast. I always try and watch them back either that night or the day afterwards at work, So yeah, just thanks to all the grid. It's been epic. I know the battles for the Pro-Am and the AMs have been just as good. But yeah, I probably should give a big shout out to Jaden. I think that's required. He's, made it difficult. And just the progression he's shown throughout the season. I did say the other day in practice that if the TCRs weren't being updated, my money would be on him to take the season next season. Sorry, take the championship next season. Just because his progression, he's got lots of potential. So that's been really good to see. Obviously, everybody in Result and Pure Sims, especially Carl Mike, and not forgetting Roger.
Yes,
Who's Roger, you
absolutely.
say? Oh, yeah, he's my other teammate.
Yeah. I don't know what happened with Roger. He raced the first couple of races.
Imagine if Roger would have shown up.
I know, yeah. Would have been so much different. No, well said and great shout outs. We've got Pit Stop Cup next Thursday, which is week 13. We've got the start of the V8s, V8 ESC Simability Cup in a fortnight, I think, or something like that. So there's a lot going on for BSTV, a lot of options for racers who drive in multiple classes. But I very much look forward to watching whatever you do in this series next season. I think this one's going to have a big prospect. New cars, is it a new car? I don't know, that's up for debate.
New car.
We shall see.
It's a
Definitely a new
refreshed
car.
car, isn't it?
It's a new car, Pete.
Is it
New
though?
car.
Is it?
New car, new gearbox, new look, new physics.
When you go and when you've got a pair of trainers and they're worn out and you go and buy the same pair of trainers, are they a new pair of trainers or are they the replacement trainers?
New pair of trainers.
New pair of trainers. I don't
Interesting.
know.
iRacing. Let me have the build early. iRacing. See, new car. iRacing. Give me the car early.
Oh dear. I'm sure they'll pick that up in
Don't-
one of their AI bots, but there you go.
Don't give it to Malone.
Oh dear, like everything else they give him. But yes, Pete Newman, new and return. I don't know what is it. Again, champion of the TCR Challenge Cup, pro and overall. Champion again. Wow, cool.
Good. Cheers, guys. Thank you.
Did you notice I didn't know what I was saying at the end of that sentence? Not a clue.
What changes?
I feel hurt by that sentence. I really do.
It's like I'm driving instead of commentating next season then.
And well, let's see, shall we? We'll have a discussion afterwards when nobody's listening. Welcome to the booth, Stefan Klauke.
Hello, good evening.
Hello. Sadly, I've joined your car on the street. Why have I not got your name showing in the bottom left corner? I don't know. I've joined your stream when you're busy repairing that wonderful new Baden-Württemberg paint scheme that you've dropped onto the car there. I mean, talk us through that first before we start celebrating everything else, because you know, once I get going, you won't be able to stop me. So, talk us through your paint scheme.
Well, the thing is, I'm not really talented in arts in any way, shape, or form.
Okay.
So what I did is I took the Gulf livery that I downloaded, and then I just recolored it with the official. Like, I actually looked up the style guide of the, you know, the state government of Baden-Württemberg to get the right colors, and then I just googled a couple of interesting towns either that were important to me or to Württemberg, because that's mostly where I come from, and then I just put them on, and I think it looked good. I hope it looked good.
It looks really good. You got Stuttgart on there, haven't you? Is that their flag there? Something like that. When you said I've made something for Baden-Württemberg, I thought it was going to be something like Baden-Baden, and there was going to be naked ladies on it. I said it at the beginning of the stream, because I've been to Baden-Baden many years ago, and there was lots of lovely naked ladies. But yeah, none of that. It was just badges. But anyway, congratulations to you for winning the AM class. Well, let's have a look at the standings. I'm going to move us to the standings on the broadcast. 1,360 points. You won by, what's that, 60 plus 29, 89 points in the end. Oh no, that's the wrong standings. I won the AM.
Yeah, I won by 12.
Yeah, you won by 12 points in the end. And thanks for your spreadsheet, by the way. Highly useful. And fascinating. I was winding it back and seeing what it was like in previous races. It was good. But yes, well, congratulations. Is this your first season with us?
Thank you. Yeah, yes, this is my rookie season.
Yeah,
which I guess perfect start.
Oh yeah, you've beaten Left-Handed Scissor Girl for a start, which is always going to get a big tick from me. And David Ayres, who just flashes his lights. You know, there's some big names in there. Mika Santelena, who has a new fan club now. What's it called again? Hang on a minute.
The mashed up Mika Massive.
Yes, the mashed up Mika Massive. Yeah, and that. Yeah. So yeah, you've scalped some big people there. How do you think you're pro-am material for if you return to us next season?
I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, if I'm a tool, I don't know, but as far as I know, I can decide to go up, and since I don't really care about my placements, I'm more comfortable being in the back of a slightly better category than I am with trying to fight for a title in the M's, I think.
Right. Okay. No, that's well said. And there goes your livery on the broadcast in resplendent, fixed up after your fast repair. Your second race tonight, we'll pretend that never happened, but your first race was really good, wasn't it? That looked like a blast. There was all sorts going on all the way through your race.
I mean, the thing is, it started extremely well, like even before the race, because I saw that Fraser, was really far behind, and I thought, maybe he didn't get to test or like to practice at all, and he would have bad pace. But then, like after 2 laps, he was only 2 places behind me.
Yeah. There was just one pro-am between you, wasn't there? I can't remember who it was now, like Daniel Lewis or someone. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was, I tried to be, I was very passive, which is also why I lost a lot of places, because, if you don't defend, then especially with how tight it is, you tend to lose just 2 places, because the first that you leave through or that you let overtake you just costs you so much time that the second then also overtakes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but then I was pretty happy with my gap to Fraser, and I knew with a 26-point difference that I knew that as long as I was kind of near him in the end of the race, I would be fine.
Right.
And yeah, so even though it became very, very close at the end, I'm very happy about the sprint race. And then yeah, I blame iRacing for the feature race.
Okay, why? What happened with the feature?
The problem is I kind of assumed it's not raining,
Yes.
So all the puddles will be at the same spots.
Oh no, they
And
weren't, were
at
they?
the-
They were bigger
yeah,
and in different
at the
places. Yeah.
at the end of the sprint, I was using a little bit, or like I was coming very close to the curb of the fast left-hander,
Mhm.
or like not fast for us, but fast for Formula One cars, and
Yeah. Yeah.
I was a little bit on it, and then I just spun, and then somebody crashed into me, which happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was kind of annoyed that yeah, I had the assumption that it was all the same as in the sprint, and then it just wasn't.
I just literally got a screenshot of that for the pictures afterwards. So
Excellent.
you're all
Excellent.
welcome.
It was a weird crash because your car just snapped.
Yeah, I mean it was apparently a very deep puddle.
Oh, okay, right, fair enough.
Yeah, it was on the brakes, and then it just yeah, and even like 2 laps later, when I wasn't even pushing then, because I was like, yeah, I just have to manage and hope that Fraser doesn't get to, because obviously the advantage of towing was that I could open my spreadsheet and enter all the details, and then I was like, okay, as long as Fraser, like even if Fraser didn't have any incidents, he would have to like finish P, or like what I calculated at the time is that he would have had to finish P12 or something,
Right.
and I was, pretty optimistic that wouldn't happen.
Yeah.
Even though we have seen crazier things, but everybody, I think in general everybody was pretty consistent in this race, and there weren't too many huge incidents.
No,
I
there
think at
weren't.
least.
No, there was one at the back of the second race where there was a few cars ended up in the pits, but that was about it. And that was the one where you were involved because it collected a few of the other cars towards the back end. No, it's been, you're a great addition to this league. Very fast, very safe, and very competitive. So I'm praying that you return to us for season 24, which will start in a fortnight's time. We've got the Pit Stop Cup next Thursday, which I keep reminding people of.
Yeah, I will be racing in there, but
Beautiful.
to get a little break from the TCRs, I will race a supercar for the first time ever. So
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
it will be
Brilliant.
great.
Oh,
What a track
brilliant.
to have as your first race.
Well, that's what the Pit Stop Cup was there for. It was for people to try something new, and
Yes.
just to have a punt at it and stuff. It turns out it's probably one of the hardest fought championships with the biggest trophy I've ever purchased. That brings me on to something else. So, whether you know it or not, winning the AM Championship gets you a lovely certificate with a giant gold embossed sticker on it for BSTV. So if you do want that, then on a private DM, if you want to send me your postal address, and I'll get that out to you probably in the next couple of weeks.
I will, thank you. Yeah, I have seen those when they arrived for the previous season.
Yeah,
a couple of weeks ago. Yeah.
Yep. It's for the postal service at the minute. It's shocking, but it has taken quite a while to get them out. But yes, it's available for you if you want that. So send me your details on a private DM, and I'll get that organised. Any shout outs you want to give for not only your race performance this evening, but for your championship victory in the AM class?
Yeah, I mean, sadly, I don't have any teammates yet that I could shout out. Maybe that
Someone
changes
will
next year.
snap you up. Someone's gonna have
Maybe.
to.
Maybe.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, spoiler alert. Oh, right, I'll need to stay quiet. Right, I'll shut up.
Okay, so but for the
Don't be silly, I haven't got enough money to do that.
yeah, in terms of shoutouts, obviously to Fraser, who had a fantastic run at the end and really made it really suspenseful.
Yep.
To David Ayers, obviously, who was a great rival for I guess the middle part of the middle part of the season, and to everyone else in the M class. And yeah, see you never. no, just kidding. Yeah, I mean, I hope that we get a lot of people returning next season. I mean, Chesney, I really hope, because he got 9th, I think, in the final standing, if my Excel is correct, and I think he could have done way better. And obviously Mika also was greatly missed today. Sadly, also lost the place. So yeah, I hope that everybody is back next year.
Yeah. Well, Mika's just sat in his house all day. He's not doing anything. He's just being lazy.
Wow.
What? Just saying what everybody's thinking. Just
I mean,
saying.
on one hand, I want to say that's heartless, but on the other hand, it's like I think very classic, like 70s or 80s racer mentality.
Yeah.
I bet people said about Niki Lauda that he's just sitting around after his.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
wait.
Okay, you know what? That is one extreme to the other. So,
Classic. Oh, you're going to fit in perfectly well in BSTV with an attitude like that. That's absolutely on the money. Oh dear. Well, it's going to be great having you return to us next season.
Oh,
Go on.
fuck. Of course, I also want to thank the two of you for both the podcast and especially Pete for the organization, and obviously also Carl for all the hosts over the season.
Yeah. Carl does a great job, even though Wobbly tries to claim it all. But yes, it's there's a few people in this community that stand out from the crowd. Definitely Jay, definitely Carl Hardy. Even Sir Alan on the chat still contributing, even though he's not broadcasting with me anymore. It's there's some brilliant people who donate huge amounts of time to this, and I'm eternally grateful to them because this is something that I love. And if I can help other people enjoy it, like yourself, Stefan, then I will absolutely continue to do it. So, thank you very much. Hopefully, you'll be the champion of Pro-Am this time next season. And we'll be celebrating with you getting another certificate of a different type. So,
I would not bet on it.
Well, you never know.
At least not my own money.
Well, yes, true. Yeah, cool. In that case, we'll look forward to seeing you this time next season. Stefan Klauke, our new AM class champion.
Thanks, bye.
Awesome stuff. Right, next up into the interview room, I'm going to grab. I'm going to press this button here, and I'm going to welcome to the booth Tony Walker, champion of Pro-Am's brother, multiple previous champion, Stephen Walker. Good evening.
Oi, oi, Savaloy.
Oi, oi, where is he?
I tried to make him do it, but
Did he get shy?
if he talks too loud, he might wake his kids up.
Oh, in
So-
that case, fair enough. That's fine.
Yeah, so
Let's
we'll
just have a look at Pro-Am because we're going to talk about that a little bit. So he won by, I did this before, didn't I? 89 points. Very good.
Yeah.
Very impressive, actually. Very solid performance throughout the season. And had his hands on that piece of paper for quite a long time. You had a great pair of races, though, didn't you?
Yeah, I was quite surprised. I don't know if I've mentioned it anywhere, but I've got some new pedals.
I may have heard of,
Like I
whisper.
might have.
Yeah,
mentioned it.
maybe.
Yeah, so I took my old ones off to clean them just to stop them from being intermittent, and in moving one of the cables, it frayed in the middle, and you can't get a replacement cable for the
What?
load cell on that brake. It's the 7 years old. I bought them second hand already, 6 months old. So the newer ones are out, but they're different. So
What are they made of? Unicorn horn or something, the old ones?
might as well have been. Well,
Right.
I paid what? I paid 107 quid, £7 postage, and they lasted me for a very long time. They're just a set of
Okay.
low budget Fanatec first generation or second generation load cell pedals, and
Not bad.
they've worked fine. So I've got new ones, but they're all at a different angle, and now I need to get a rig.
Are you having to
Right.
have you having to break your ankles in several places to use them?
Yeah, right. The best way I've come up with describing it is, you know, when you get in your car and you put the seat and it's too far forward, and everything's like your feet are at the wrong angle to press the brake and accelerator and the clutch properly. It's essentially, that's the closest thing I can describe it as. Like, now I'm gonna have to get a rig so I can put them at a different angle, which is
Right.
really annoying.
Yeah.
So yeah, for the first race, I just did well to keep up with Wobbly, and he was letting off a little bit to give me the toe because Pete was right there after Jaden got a slow down. For the last 3 laps, I was like trying not to chop my leg off because it was quite painful with the angle
dear.
that we're at. But then the second race, I was surprised to be up there, to be fair, because I literally fitted them to the rig last night, yesterday evening. Sorry. So I had about 3 hours trying to set them up, get them to a point where they were comfortable, so I could actually use them and then use them. So to be up there now, like they feel great, but I just need to obviously adjust and stuff. But yeah, I was happy with the first race. Obviously, we got a 1-2 for the team's championship, and I think Carl messed up his qualifying, which Pete, I believe, blames on himself.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
And
don't know why.
yeah, race 2, the pain in my legs was less of an issue because there was that much going on. I wasn't really concentrating on anything. So I started the race and accidentally had my pit limiter on. So
Right.
that's why I got a really good launch and was gaining, and then all of a sudden I was stuck, and everyone was going past me, and I couldn't figure out why. And then I realised my dashboard was flashing at me, and I was like, it only does that when the pit's on. So I pressed it, and then yeah, I think I dropped down, and then after a lap or two, I was back to where I started. So then I had to make progress, and we split the strategies. Wobbly pitted early after his incident. Yeah, and I wasn't expecting. I thought when I was going to come out of the pits that I'd be behind Pete as well.
Yeah, you came out in
So
front
yeah,
there, didn't you?
yeah, to come
Yeah.
out and split him and Simon, I was quite happy with, and then we had a really good race for the lead. He said his tyres were a bit cooked, so
That was a
yeah,
thrilling pair of races, to be honest. And poor old Jay didn't know which way he was pointing the camera at one point because there was too many battles
yeah,
on track.
I can imagine it's. I'm not the track's biggest fan, but I can drive it quite well, and it does lead to some good racing, particularly in this layout. Is a good layout. This is probably the best layout for this track, I think.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Agreed.
Yeah,
Um,
totally. So,
But yeah, I had
so
a good race.
between the three of you, you've earned more wood. So you're gonna have to tell me who's the recipient of my wood.
Well, we can have one each because
Wobbly's already
I
got
still
one,
need.
so that's him out of the way. He's got a championship
Yeah,
one.
I
So.
haven't got a team's championship wood yet.
No, no.
I didn't get it last time, so we can
Well,
have
I'm gonna
it.
get that one made. I think I'm gonna get that one retrospectively manufactured.
Because I want they're on my chest of drawers with my Formula One Lego cars,
Oh wow!
and my
Cool.
Corgi metal AMG Mercedes Formula One car next to my TV. So I spend all day staring at your wood, Pete.
Of course, why wouldn't you, Jay? I mean, if you could do that, you'd do it too, right, Jay?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
Jay Corley in Speechless Shocker, folks. Oh dear. Right, okay. Looks like I'm sending it to you then. So yeah, I mean, congratulations to T because he's nailed that, hasn't he, for the pro-ams, and all his arguing now about not being in pro. Sorry, on deaf ears now, on deaf ears.
Yeah, well, it can all change with the new physics and tires and cars balance and stuff coming next season. So some people might take to it quicker or just get on with it a bit easier than others, really. So it could be a little bit up in the air, but ultimately, yeah, he drove really well this season for all his panicking and moaning about it.
He's done
Because
brilliant season.
you know
He
what
really
he's
has.
like. But he's driven to the best of his ability. Some of his races have been some of the best driving I think he's done yet, and I'm very proud of him. It's not an easy championship to win, particularly on here with everything that can happen. There's a lot of cars now, like 30 to 35 cars on any given race. So to finish off, yeah, we realised, I think with 3 or 4 races to go, if we can all get there, then we can maybe steal this away from. I think at one point,
It was
Simon and
Hydra
Jamie
race.
were.
Well, yeah, it was Team Chimera, and
Yeah.
then Hydra race for like one race week, I think, and then it was result, or you guys then result, and then you guys
Well,
popped it at the end.
I think we've only been leading it at the very end. I
Oh
don't
right,
remember us being top
thought you
before
were.
that.
Okay.
I might be wrong, but I don't. Because I think I've missed 2 or 3 rounds, which has cost me. And I've had a couple of races that were just atrocious. Like I had a really bad race at Daytona, which shock horror always happens. So like I've had a few very low scoring rounds that I couldn't then drop because I'd missed. I'm sure maybe I only missed 2 races
I think you
overall, but I
missed
feel
two,
like
yeah.
so it kind of cost me, but I managed to just sneak in front of Jamie right at the end. And I would have needed Jaden to have like an absolute shocker. I mean, he nearly did, but
Yeah.
not enough for me to jump in. I don't even know if mathematically I would have been able to jump in. I can't remember, but I'm happy with how I've driven the last part of the season. It was much better than the first part of the season. Just feel more relaxed in what I'm doing in terms of the car and the setup. Now I just need to get used to these new pedals, and they felt really good today. It's just like I can tell the difference. I don't think I'd be able to, but I can. So I just now need to get it so it's comfy for me to drive over a long stint. Because if we did an endurance race, I don't know how I would be able to cope with it, to be honest.
Right, okay. It'll come to you in the end. It's
Yeah,
like breaking in a new pair of shoes, isn't it? So
yeah,
same
yeah. Well, I
principle.
remember going from my old pedals, I went from some Thrustmaster ones without a load cell to one with a load cell, and I was like a second slower, and I was like, oh my god, what have I done? And then I figured it out. So
Yeah.
to be right up there after literally putting them on the rig last night, I'm quite happy with that, to be
Yeah,
honest.
you should be. You should be. Well, season 24 is only a fortnight away, and we've got the Pit Stop Cup next Thursday. So there's plenty of opportunity to get you practicing before we launch season 24. Any shout outs you want to give before we let you go? And you can do Tony's shout outs for him, soon as he hasn't bothered to turn up.
Yeah, obviously to you guys again. Just I know I do it every week, but again, without it, we wouldn't have anything to watch and watch our own vain driving, or some funny crashes and some brilliant commentary from you both. And appreciate the time that you guys take to help organise this and get it going. The rest of the drivers for just showing up, because I don't think we had a round that was below 30 off the top of my head
No,
anyway.
all races over
Even
30 this season. Crazy.
Yeah, even when I think one of the rounds that I missed, which I'm not sad that I missed, was the Summit Point one where someone had just it's like rain. Someone's just got a hose pipe and was
Yeah.
hosing the track constantly. But yeah, thanks to you guys, Wobbly, for helping us out for the season. Has been some invaluable help, as much as it pains us all to say it. Um, yeah, to him and Pete. I've had a few good races with him, Jamie, Simon, Jaden. We've all been battling, and it's been good fun. And then I guess last but not least, to my brother for finally getting his pro-am, getting him a teams championship as well, and just overall some of the best driving, like I say, I've seen him done. I'm super proud of him, and he's finally got that, and maybe now he'll smile.
Yeah, let's hope so. Great
Yeah.
shout outs and absolutely well said. Our multiple previous champion, current team champion of TCR Challenge Cup, Stephen Lucky Wookie Walker.
Cheers, guys. Thank you very much.
Right. Let's bring in, for your interview pleasure, Jay.
Okay.
Where's the live booth? There it is. Mr. Jaden Scotton. Good evening.
Evening.
Jaden, welcome in. It was a fantastic first race, keeping up with all the quick people at the front.
It wasn't.
Bit...
I got to slow down.
Yeah, but you kept up with them for most of it, and to be honest, with the three in front fighting for the team's championship, to still keep that fourth and in front of the likes of Rene and Simon behind as well. I'm still counting fourth place as a pretty good finish. Second race, it seemed a bit bumper carsy. I did see you'd fallen behind at some point, but we didn't get to see exactly what happened with that. What happened to have you fall quite far behind?
So coming through turn 3, I kind of on me. I apologize, it's fine. But I kind of just drove through Rene. And that gave me front bumper damage. And the bumper was just dragging on the floor and just completely tanked my straight line speed. So eventually, about 5 laps in, it came off, and I was quick again on the straights, but I was down in like 20 seconds by that point. That did come off. The damage was done.
Sorry to interrupt you at the end there. Funny enough, I actually have the moment it come off your car come up
Was
as
it
an
through turn
instant.
3?
No, it was actually before turn 1. I actually
Shit.
have a picture of the bumper falling off your car, finally. So
Some
you'll
weird
be
stuff
able to...
going on with iRacing. So I saw it flying off on the turn 3 runoff on my rear view.
Maybe it passed you on the inside. You just had that,
No, it's
didn't
going
have
that
that much
slow.
speed at all. But yeah, once that picture comes out, hang that one in the livery.
Got
But
lot of things hanging in the livery.
yes, this is true. This is very, very true. I won't never forget that 5 wide off the start at Alton Park at SRL. That was one of the best pictures I think I've ever done. But championship wise, I think you've done absolutely fantastically. Runner up this season, nearly dropped down to third because of how the second race was looking at one point, but you managed to claw back the points and get that second place. How have you found your first season in pro?
I think it's kind of important to again take a step back and sort of look at the big picture because I am in a sense disappointed to have not like probably taken it to Pete at the last round, but I ultimately come into the start of the season. I had no ambitions of fighting for a championship. I just and that maybe ultimately might be what cost me because I just didn't until like round 9. I didn't have that mindset. I wasn't trying to like play it sensible. I try and maximize points each race, and that change of mindset is probably the big thing taken to next season. Is to try and have that consistency, which I didn't have this season because I didn't think in that way.
Hmm.
Which for me is good because again I've learnt a lot. I've learnt a lot. Um, but yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. Uh, I like I said, I think you've done absolutely fantastically. We had Pete on a little bit earlier, and he's actually put you as one of the favourites for the championship next season. He's just been like us all, just so impressed with how much you've got used to the TCR you're driving, adapting to the fields that you're racing with. I mean, I've said it from the start. You're like a sponge. You only ever seem to get better including the seasons that we've raced against each other as well. Like at the start, you'd be like a couple of seconds behind, but by the end, you'd be actually fighting me for positions. So I think the world is your oyster, and next season, at least runner up again. I feel, but we'll wait to see
Let's
who
let's not
else.
take the piss here. Come on now.
Well, now that I've finished blowing all that smoke up here, uh, no, it's been fantastic having you here. Anybody that you want to give a shout out for tonight, not just for tonight though, maybe for the whole season as well.
The wonderful people at JC Academy, the great not team, and although they're trying to poach me, I'll make that known. The people I will not say who, or Sims, won't say who, trying to poach me, I won't have it. But
I mean,
yeah,
to be honest, I can
all the
have you,
guys.
but
I I forfeit my right to hit Pete, so I'm not moving over there. I've got to play nice and move over there. But
fair.
no, all the guys, Jeff, Mika, Chesney, yeah, it's all great to race with them. Congrats to Pete, still the man to beat. He well deserved. Congrats Tony, congrats Stephen, all well deserved champions. And actually, shout out to Soul League. That's come on. It's now a year I've been here, and
Wow.
I don't think there's a better league in for TCR at least. I don't think there is. It's just great to race it. Great to be here.
We just said about me taking the Mickey, and then you just take it to the next level, don't you? But
And it's my dad's birthday today.
Oh,
So
oh, that's it.
happy birthday, you old fart.
Happy birthday, but not your old fart. I mean, I would love to be 21 again. So there we
yeah.
go. We're in the good books now, Pete.
We are, yeah, yeah. Old fart, also known as David Scotland. So, yeah, happy birthday, happy birthday.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for being here with us this season, Jaden. Will we see you in the Pit Stop Cup next week, next Thursday?
How could I miss it? Adwell Park. What could go wrong?
Well, find out
Blimey.
next Thursday.
I'll tell you like 1 second after the red lights go out.
Yep. Oh, I can't wait. It, ah, if I
Perfect
end
track
up
to play
taking to the
class.
grid, if I take to the grid in a supercar, then things are going to happen within 3 turns. But we will let you get prepared for that end of season spectacular as well as the TCR showdown. And yes, hopefully we'll see you again next season, and hopefully under the JC Academy banner, depending on how contract talks between Result and yourself go. Don't think
If
I'm
they
going to
pay
offer
me,
you. If they pay you, well, I'm not going to really try and contest that one. But
you know.
yes, Jaden, we'll hopefully see you again next season. Thank you so much for racing with us, ladies and gentlemen. Pro Championship runner-up, Jaden Scotland. I'm not paying him, Pete.
You can't take money out of an empty pocket, can you?
Exactly.
Exactly that. No, well done to Jaden. Happy birthday to David. I think at this point we should, you, me, and Mika should do a Mexican wave. What do you reckon?
That's probably could be one of the more painful Mexican waves I've seen in my life.
Right, last interview, or at the minute, it's amazing how many people just like kind of sneak into the room thinking I'm not watching. Welcome to the booth, Left-Handed Scissor Girl. Good evening.
Hello, how are we?
Let me find you on here. On here, you're L Scissor. There you go, L Scissor. Changed your banner. Changed all of the graphics. Everywhere says Left-Handed Scissor Girl. I am very proud of myself. I have.
I got
This is my smug face. Oh yeah, excellent. I get a round of applause and
Oh
everything.
look
no.
at that.
Tremendous. Season finale looks like a bit of a brawl from where you were. I don't think you had a quite a bit of track at all, did you?
It wasn't too bad, to be fair. Sticking with the drafts was critical. There are just a few issues with puddles, just ruined the flow.
Oh yeah, yeah. One of them was quite dramatic, wasn't it? Trying to remember the scenario. So much happened, and I was desperately trying not to find reasons to like congratulate you on driving and things. Obviously, I mean, come on. Have you enjoyed your whole season though?
I did, so I missed a couple at the start just because of timing, so a bit gutted about that, which possibly now could have given the win. Middle of the season, pretty meh, if you know what I mean. I was just like, ugh. Towards the end of the season, I was like, oh, here we go. It's getting good.
Right. Okay, that's good. Do you think you and the Insignia team will be back for season 24?
Well, one of us will be.
Oh, one. Only the one?
Well, where's the other one tonight?
Well, I don't know.
Shall I tell you where?
Go on.
He's fobbed us off to build some IKEA furniture.
Wow.
I know.
That's when you know you've hit a new low, right?
Well, we started off as no teamwork, and then the last couple of races, the teamwork was really good.
Yeah.
And then we log in today. Oh, where's Paul? Oh, he's not in. Fuck, I'm by myself.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I did see he
So-
was absent from the field. 31
Yeah.
drivers on the last race week of any season is really healthy numbers.
It's still a good number, that is.
And we're getting I'm not calling it a new car, right? I refuse to call it a new car. Me and
It's a
Jay
new
are.
car.
It's not a new car, Jay.
It's an update. It's an update.
It's an update. That's the word I was looking for. It's an update. It's not
A new
car.
car would be, say,
Sure.
like an RS4, something like that. That's a new car.
That's a different car.
It's the same car.
I
It's the
can't
same
believe
car. It's
I'm-
just had a
It's
refresh.
not the
Can't believe
same
I'm agreeing
car.
with
Not a
Left-Handed Scissor Girl.
refresh. Jesus Christ.
It's an update. That's the word I was
New
looking
car.
for the whole broadcast. Oh, it's like one of those itches you can't scratch, and then he's just said it. Update. It's not a new car.
New car.
And what's worse, I said it as well, AP.
I
He's
know,
like, "Ooh."
shocking. Said through gritted
So-
teeth. But yes, a fantastic addition with all the right attitude for having the piss taken out of you and taking the piss out of me for the BSTV. I'll tell you the story one day of why we're called Backfire Simsport TV. I think I told Jay once. Um, it's not what you think.
Well, I'm thinking, Pete, that you were racing and you pumped on stream, and that's how it started, like a bit of Backfire. That's what I'm going with.
Well, the fire came as part of a funny episode with a guy called Bill Switzer, who you won't have encountered. So the fire bit of that was from him. But the reason it was called BSTV was for another reason. I'll talk you through it one day. It's a
No,
funny,
okay.
it's a
Is it not?
funny story.
Is it not appropriate for stream?
I can't say two of the words, so very much not appropriate. But yes, a great season, really. You weren't here for the very start. Your middle section was strong, but not otherworldly, and then really brought it together as a team towards the end. Could have won it, I think. Could have won it.
Yeah, those pesky X's have cost me again, but
Oh, okay, yeah.
I didn't get. So I've had a fair few. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. There's a few, but I feel as myself, I haven't got as many per race, like going off tracks. A lot of them are incidents, like car contacts, if you know what I mean, that sort of stuff. And I think what really ruined it was Monza.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There was a few
from Monza.
Well, there was a few people with a few from Monza. I think in the statistics in the background that I get to see that we're trying to develop in the foreground, Monza is the highest incident rate race we've ever had on BSTV, apart from one GTCC race from 8 years ago. So
it's strange because it was dry as well, wasn't it? No, it wasn't, was it? Oh,
No.
that's why.
no, it was soaking wet. It was it was drenched. But yeah, it's been a fantastic season, 23, and so close in so many ways at the end of the season for a number of different championships. I can only expect 24 to be better because of the development of the drivers. The updated car that's come in will attract some more people over the natural course of things. If we'd had an actual new car, there would have been a lot more. But I think with 30 car grids provided, everybody's enjoyed themselves. Some drivers drift away, some drift back, and this series has continued to grow year after year. So highly confident that we'll continue that trend. And it'll be great to have yourself, obviously not Paul, because he's just abandoned you for some furniture.
Thank you.
Well, yeah, shocking.
I heard he couldn't get his hand on Pete's wood, so he went for IKEA's wood.
Yeah, it makes sense, if you can't get caviar, what are you gonna do, So yeah, any shout outs you want to make before we let you go?
Obviously, all the Blade Designs boys, I know we're all in chat and there is friendly, competition between us, but it's just banter, get on really well. Even though I've slagged him off, shout out to Paul. Bar tonight, when we needed the teamwork, he did step up and do that. I had the stream on in the background, so I was listening to the previous interviews. And we'll have a massive shout out to Stefan for the nice comments and the nice battling towards the end. Jay, I say it every week as I laugh at a dig at Pete, but commentary from yourself was great. And Pete, just the banter's just everybody else comes in the interview for seriousness. I just come in to have a wind up.
Well, you guaranteed that. Yeah.
I don't think it's at the moment a BST interview if me and Paul don't come in and just cause carnage.
It's a good feature.
Yeah, obviously everybody else who takes part in the Carl doing the hosted sessions, obviously everyone in the streams, commentating. It's just what could you ask more for?
Well said.
Perfect.
Well said. Great shout outs and a good way to bring the interviews to a close for season 23 of the TCR Challenge Cup. And we look forward to seeing you racing with us very, very soon. Left-handed Scissor Girl.
And to leave on, I will do this, and you may remove me.
Night.
Night.
Classic. Absolute classic. Oh, what a season, Jay. What an absolute season. That's been spectacular. Thoroughly enjoyed that. What's he said? I want some of Pete's wood. Who doesn't, oh no, yeah, that is Tigger, yeah. I thought my eyes had gone funny then. What standout memories have you got, Jay, for either this race or for the season?
I think what Fraser said about Monza, like that was just an absolute crazy race, as well as Adelaide as well. I think we were the first league to actually, or definitely the first TCR league to use Adelaide.
Oh,
So if anybody looks for TCR Adelaide in the near future, if it ever becomes a part of the officials, then hopefully BSTV stream during it, a lot of people would be checking it out for guides on how to take and in some cases not take the track. So
yeah.
that was really good as well, and just how close the battles for the championship were all the way up to this later part of the season as well. Everyone's done such a great job, and it's been fantastic being in the booth with you as well, Pete,
Oh,
to
thank you.
commentate on it all throughout.
Thank you very much. As always, I say it every week that the amount of investment you give, not just on the broadcast, but in the background with the pictures and the social media side of things, it's
Well,
developed.
when I get onto the socials and not accidentally post it to someone's personal Facebook page.
It's all right. It's only
Whoops.
Sam Booze, and it's fine. You know, the value you provide is significant. It's all well and good me spending an entire week setting up a league and doing all that business, but if it's not well promoted and not known in the community, then people don't turn up. You know, and the community would shrink. Our community is massively strong. It's huge. It's 400 people in the Discord. Whether they're active members or not is another thing, but they'll all be reading bits of it along the piece. So you know, and that's in no small part down to yourself and previously Alex Savlano, Lado, and Chesney's now getting involved in it, and I feel very blessed that there's so many people happy to add their time and effort into this community that, you know, draws. This is the centre of some people's social circle, isn't it? And you know, that's why I do this. It's for people who love the whole situation that BSTV can provide. But we've got an additional challenge, and I don't know what I'm doing with this because this is driver of the meeting for tonight. I'm gonna not look at the points, and I genuinely.
I was
can't
about to say,
remember.
don't look at the
No,
points.
exactly, because it.
So I've got an idea if it ends up in the draw.
Oh, okay. Who did what and when? So in the first race, Wobbly won, didn't he? Yeah, that's right. There was good performance. Well, seriously good performance from Tony Walker. He was miles into the pro stand-ins. And we had Stuart Gibbons have a standout moment getting the AM class top of the pile. What else went on? I think that's about it. There was so much good battle and some really good overtakes in that first race. And then in the second race, I'm going to have a look at the points for this one just a minute. There we go. Stephen Walker won. Pete Newman had a solid second. We had, again, a strong performance from Tony Walker, but Thomas Dandridge kind of outdid him. He was good at the front. He's on the screen at the minute on the replay. He stayed cool and calm with Stefan and with Demis for quite a long time in there. I did like what Stefan did. He was solid again, wasn't he? It was good performance from Stefan Goebel. And then I'm looking down trying to find some other shout outs, and I think those are the strongest ones. I think, you know, I kind of mentioned them all at the very start. I didn't realise we had so many German racers, and I think that Stefan's performance tonight was really quite solid. He's obviously got a real mastery now of that Veloster, and some clean races could do him some wonders for getting to the top of that Pro-Am series. I think I'm going to give my vote for this evening to Stefan Goebel. It's been a great performance by him, and I think he deserves that call out.
Yeah, that's
I don't know what that does to the points.
very
I'm
fair.
about to find
That
it.
I was actually going towards the same battle.
Oh, Right.
As the trio of Tamas, Stefan, and Thomas were battling through race 1, battling through race 2, and it was just absolutely fantastic to watch. Like, if there was ever nothing going on anywhere else on the track, then you could always go to those three, and they'd always be fighting and taking lumps out of each other. So whereas you've gone for Stefan, I'm gonna go with Thomas Dandridge, getting into that top 15. Had a couple of cars behind and in front, battling away. Could have easily lost that. Kept the head down, kept the position, and then from first place on the grid on the second race, only dropping down to 6th place, but on the way, massively fighting with Stefan and Tamas to the point where all three of them finished within 7/10 of the front and the back of that battle.
Very good.
So I'm going to Thomas for that one.
And in that case, you have influenced the winner of the driver of the meeting for the season, because that puts Thomas Dandridge on being the only driver on 3 points.
Oh no, that's great.
reverse. So well done to Thomas Dandridge. He'll have to also send me a DM with his address details if he wants his lovely certificate there. And let's finally have a look at Sir Alan's Safe Driver Award on the screen when I can find out where it's gone. There. And look at that. So Kel Surprise, Jeff Saunders, quite a long way ahead of Dietmar in terms of incidents per turn, because that's what this is gauged on. Not done quite as many turns, 400 less, but almost half the amount of incidents. That's unbelievable yet again. And given the fact that he didn't finish that far down the standings in global terms, he was 22nd in the entire list of. Hang on a minute. TCR Challenge Cup. Oh, right, we've changed how we do that. Just give me a minute. Didn't realise that happened. And was 10th in his class, over 1,000 points scored. So he's, upped his game in terms of race pace and position, but kept his safety. Very, very impressive.
Yes, absolutely, and like we say, he's getting quicker and quicker every season, taking a few more risks, and even then he still knows how to be a safe driver. But it's scary seeing being fast, being safe. It means the likes of Jeff and everyone around him in that table can afford to, take those little off tracks every now and then, or pose more risks to the opponents. Because if you can get it done safely, imagine what they can do when they push that little bit harder. So Jeff will be looking to get even more points next season, and I fully believe he's going to be capable of doing that, whilst also keeping pretty high up on the Sir Alan Safe Driver Award as well. So well done to Jeff, very well deserved, and I look forward to seeing the amount of points he can rack up next season, because it's only going to get higher.
And I've been a great ambassador for the JC Academy team as well, hasn't he? With that moniker of safe driving. I don't know whether you've managed to secure him for another season or not, but I'm sure those negotiations are ongoing.
I'll have to talk to my secretary about it.
Absolutely. In that case, we will bring season 23 to a close with a quick reminder yet again, Pit Stop Cup next Thursday and the start of VA ESC 2 weeks away. In a fortnight, we start season 24 of this, which I need to build over this weekend in our website. So keep your eyes open, folks, for news about that. It's been a fantastic season. This league is going from strength to strength. It's had a few wobbles along the way in terms of low participation many seasons ago, like back in season 8. But nothing of the sort now. Very, very strong, and what a fantastic community it has gathered itself to be. Maybe we'll get some returning drivers. Maybe we'll get some newbies with the updated car. No.
New car.
I gave you plenty of time. It's going to be I always like the start of a season. Everything's nice and fresh, so it's going to be good for me, and I think it'll be good for all of you. Thanks to everybody that was that raced with us this season. Thanks to everybody on the chat. It's always been electric, and it's always good to read those comments. Thanks to you, Jay, for your contribution. As I've already said tonight, absolutely valuable to me and to the community, and all the work that you do on the social side. Thanks to Jamie for all the graphics that you see on screens, and all the cameras that we use, because they've been created by his loving hand. There are many more that are in the background there, not wobbly. And big high five to Mika in his hospital bed there. Probably not too hard though, don't know. And hopefully he'll get better soon. Big shout out to RDJ, who lost his dad recently. We look forward to seeing you racing back with us when you're ready to. And to Chesney, who's had all his issues along the way this season and got through them, and now he's got a new chapter to go forward with it in his life. So this community is a social centre for a lot of people, and I'm glad to be able to facilitate that with the help of some friends. Take care, folks. We'll see you next season. Over to Jay for his thank yous and goodbyes.
Thank you very much, Pete. And as everyone has already said in the interview booth, the work that you put into this doesn't go unnoticed. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's why many people do truly believe that BSTV is one of the best, if not the best, TCR league out there for everybody. To those who are watching now and still hanging on to every single word, thank you all for all your support during the streams and on and off the track as well. Don't forget to thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel, join the Discord, and hopefully we'll get to see you on the track at some point next season. Even though we have the Pit Stop Cup coming next Thursday, we must bid farewell until season 24 of the BSTV TCR Challenge Cup, where people have completely blown themselves like into the stratosphere and going above and beyond what they expect to during the seasons, to those realizing that rain at Monza isn't really something that's for them. Thank you all for watching, and hopefully we'll get to see you again for season 24. Take care of yourselves, and more importantly, please make sure you take care of each other. Good night, everybody.